Holy moly. Guys, last we left off, I love that they give us this little session notes thing. You arrived in Tolstad, you've picked up a goblin sidekick, and now, well, now you need to focus on the actual job, the tea shop that blew up. First off, you still need to get inside. The entrance is in the middle of the big open outside area. If you find yourself stuck, there's probably some other ways of getting in. Beyond that, you've also got the owner to track down. From what you've heard about this guy, he could have already left the city. And maybe, if you're lucky, you can catch him before he hops on the next shift down on Water Lane. Nothing so far has given you any decisive evidence. Everything about this stanks. It's stanky. You know? To succeed in a death saving throw contest, gain 1 level of exhaustion. Each level of exhaustion gives -1 to all dice checks. If you reach 10 levels, you die. Okay, exhaustion can be removed if you long rest. If you do not long rest before dawn, you get 6 levels. Oy, that's bad. Okay. We gotta sleep, guys. That's kind of the bottom line. All right, last time we left off, we were going through it a little bit. We were kind of going through it. We ran into a roper over this way, managed to not die to it. We got away. And then we came over here and we found all this stuff that had been smuggled away from the goblin guys or whatever. And then this guy showed up and kind of chomped down. But then we found out that he actually kind of works for... I gotta check this out. We found out that he works for the guy who owns the place that I woke up in. So that's kind of interesting. And he also offered us these slog dogs, which made me throw up. So I won't be doing that again. Goodness. Unless... maybe we do it again, you know? Maybe we give it a try. Look at him. Kraid, Rage of Ascon, a masterful chef. Ugh. The hulking beast looks at you with a deep hunger. Your gut biome quivers. Kraid greets human. Okay. So you're a chef, huh? Yep. Cleric's hungry. Kraid offer. Slog dog. Slog dog? Slog dog. Slog dog? Slog dog. It is slog dog, yes. You want a slog dog, Snell? Oh, I'm good. Sausage, you've eaten lots of those. Not this type. So we failed this the last time that we attempted, but I want to give it another shot. I want to eat the slog dog. You know, we can do it, right? Surely. Nay. No dice. The smell hits you first, a foul stench. It turns your stomach. Take a bite. You don't chew, you only swallow. Take another. Before you do, your body begins to shake. It is coming back up. Oh, God. Yeah, okay. We should not eat the slog dog. That's kind of the bottom line here. Oh, geez. Okay. Hold on, let me eat some real food real quick to recover my HP. We're gonna eat one of these cardamom treats. And then maybe some mushrooms. And then maybe an apple. Great. Okay, we're as full as we can be. We have a level of exhaustion, which we got from all the combat where I almost died. What is going on over here? An esoteric pocket. Avoid it. Oh. Weird. Okay. It looks like, look, a piece of a gelatinous cube. Seems friendly enough. Sloshy stress cube. Oh, neat. Alright. What does that do? A sloshy stress cube? A translucent, somewhat firm gelatinous cube used to be sold as toys/pets. Today they're illegal, probably because they can technically still dissolve human flesh, albeit very, very slowly. Huh. Neat. That's cool. Alright. God, gelatinous cubes, dude. Those are the worst, actually. Okay. Oh, what's here? Bro, this is a trap if I've ever seen one in my life. Come on. Okay, hold on. Let's maybe not go there just yet. We're back up on our HP, but we are exhausted. What's this? That's... Guys, I don't know if you know what a gelatinous cube is. It's a big cube. It's a big jelly that fills a space So when you see floating stuff like this, you don't wanna... Just heads up, don't mess with it. A mysterious door. Engage. Before you stands an iron door. At its center, a 5-pointed star has been etched deep into the metal. That's some fancy door. Examine the star. You lean closer to inspect the etched star. 5 points perfectly symmetrical. Touch the door. Your gloved hand meets cold iron. A ripple of translucent energy pulses across the surface. Any ideas, Snell? About your fancy mystery dungeon door? He crosses his arms and stares at it. Not really my area of expertise, cleric. But I'd bet you need some kind of password or a spell. Or, you know, he mimes breaking something with his fists. Subtle, very subtle. But yeah, it could work. Right, so smash it. Or perhaps think for a bit. Obviously, there should be a way to get inside. Look for a keyhole. You search the surface carefully. Try the handle. You reach for a handle and pull. Nothing. It doesn't budge. You would require incredible power to break this seal. Get it done. The door's completely sealed. Too bad. We could smash it open, potentially. The esoteric lockpick is throbbing. Somehow it might help. Oh yeah, we picked up this lockpick off a dead guy in another tunnel earlier. What kind of magic is he? I should ask the door to let me in. Let's do it. Yes, obviously. That's not, I mean, it is an esoteric door. Only esoteric methods will win out in the end. Clear your throat. Prepare yourself. Then speak. Tell me, O door, what is thy passphrase? Your companion is taken aback by the intense ejaculation. Please don't use that word like that. Silence. At first. Then? Are you trying to persuasion here, or? Shh. He throws his hands up. Master Hagenshag's? Door of mystery? A tiny voice faintly behind the iron door. Not remember? Passphrase is learn, I will learn. Thank you, door. Oh, no, not master at all. The voice goes away. Snell looks at you, then the door, then you again. Try it. Learn, I'll learn. Amazing. The door swings open with a powerful boom. Me when someone just tells me the password, the sound echoes through the dungeon hallways. Inside, you see a faint light emanating from within. Or perhaps a trap. Probably a trap. One locked door usually isn't enough for these fucking wizard types. Well, after you, cleric. Goblin gestures towards the open doorway. He's not going first, that's for sure. Beyond lies the unknown. Time to find out. Oh. Okay. Not a mimic. Incredible. Okay. The light is not real. How strange. Monster manual, but most pages are ruined. What is this? A strange box? Arcane music box. Huh. Can hear the wind outside. An illusion, surely. What did we get? What is this? An ancient arcane box with strange knobs and button. Each turns to make some screeching foul sound. You are unable to do anything beautiful, artistic, or functional with this. Huh. Alright, dope. Oh, guys, we also picked up this sending pebble earlier. Hold on, we can examine? What is this? Sending pebble. You hold up the pebble. Wait, can I... Please don't bother anyone with that, cleric. You think about who you could send a message to. There are a few targets you have in mind. So you can use this to send messages to people. It's a little rock. It's like a walkie-talkie, but you can use it one way, or two-way, effectively. You can cast sending within a short area is the way this thing works. Sending usually ignores distance, but this is apparently just a pebble instead of a sending stone. So it's a little, you know, reduced functionality, but works pretty well, perfectly well for our purposes. Okay. Send a message to Etir. Hey, Etir, what you doing? That's the angel lady that we met up on the thing. Lady Sageleaf. Hi, Lady Sageleaf. I'm working on the tea shop. Just wanted to check in and let you know that everything's going good. To Viskin, it's the cleric. I'm just calling to let you know I've got a pebble of sending. Cool, huh? Yeah, let's send it to Viskin. Why not? Very cool. The message ends. Hey, Etir, what you doing? Cleric, please do not use that pebble to contact me at your leisure. I'm attempting to work here. Message ends. Hi, Lady Sageleaf. I'm working on the tea shop. Just wanted to check in and let you know everything's going good. What in the fuck are you thinking? You dare send me a Pebble message? You must be out of your damn mind, human. Message ends. Rough crowd. She must be busy. All right, cool. That was fun. I like that. Not a mimic. Jesus. Stack of cryptic books. Sure, we'll have a look. A stack of books sits crooked on the floor, half buried under layers of dust. The blue light from windows appears to land upon the surface and stick. One tome is clearly arcane. The cover bears ward marks that make your eyes itch. Doesn't seem like there's any danger here right now, at least. If you want to check out some books, go for it. I'll chill for a while. Decipher the worded tome. We're probably going to fail at this, but it's fine. Yeah, miserably. That's no big deal. Okay. The words do not recognize you. You push anyway. A scholar's arrogance. Try to close it. The book bites. Ouch, dude. Okay. Pain of the immaterial kind lances through your skull. For a split second, you perceive the color of your own name. The sound of the number 7, the weight of yesterday. Then it passes, leaving you nauseous and hollow. The tome's cover snaps shut. The words glow smugly. Stagger back. Alright, these books are not worth the headache. Sure, that looks safe. Not a mimic. You squat down in front of a dusty chest. There does not seem to be any padlock or locking mechanism on it. You should be able to open it easily. Right, so that's a mimic. What makes you say that? Sign, mostly. I actually learned to read when I was a wee lad. Don't all you goblins learn to read? You making fun of me, Snell? It's highly impressive. Don't you all learn to read? No. You sense an arcane dump truck of sarcasm. He crosses his arms and nods. I'm the only one that went to school, actually. The only goblin in the entire world? The one and only. Normally, goblins just aren't smart enough to handle amazing human writing, so scholars were shocked when they saw my abilities. We had philosophers and prophets lining up to see me in action in the school bench. They actually built an entire academy just for me, then they tore it down after I graduated. That's incredible. Did you get good grades? Middling. As expected from a goblin, you should have tried harder. Should have tried harder. He sighs. Guess I couldn't escape my goblin heritage. Now back to the point. While the sign obviously indicates that this is indeed a mimic, I have a feeling there might be some esoteric bullshit going on. I've heard of weird things happening when the tunnels shift. So there isn't like a crew of people going around putting up signs warning about potential mimic chests? He blinks twice. I wouldn't entirely dismiss the idea, but I'm leaning towards a no. So I should touch the chest. I don't feel like you'd get eaten, but you might. There's always the option to just walk away. Lockpicking a chest is fun, but that's only if it's a chest. Glance at the sign. Not a mimic. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, sign. What should I do? Touching the chest will surely end poorly, so not that. Simply smash the crate. The mimic must be destroyed. Kick the chest. Die, monster! Your foot impacts on a hard surface. It's heavy, so so heavy your foot almost cracks. Bone density damaged. This is disappointing. It's just a normal chest. Ugh. You rub your poor foot. Alright, good technique. So the chest is a mimic, right? Well, let's just walk away. Alright. Might be for the best for once. What's up with this sign? You stare at the sign. Your companion joins in on the staring as well. It does indeed say not a mimic. Who put this sign here? An interesting question. Could be a team of sign makers who go around the city below planting helpful signs. Did one of your goblin buddies put this sign up? My goblin buddies? Yeah, you know the GoPro. GoBros is incredible. Okay. Do you not have any friends, Snow? That's not... He stops himself. No, cleric. I can guarantee no one from the halfways put this sign up. Okay. Look at the sign. Touch the sign? Why do I feel like I could touch the sign? It is but one possibility out of many. Okay, but should I touch the sign? We'll make an intelligence check and just see what happens. A high roll for once? Hold up. Hold on. Hold on. What? Look at the sign. I've been doing that for a while now. What about it? Ask yourself one basic question. Well, how is the sign attached to the wall? Well, okay, obviously the nail up there. Yeah, but look at it. Oh, it's not? That nail is not attached to the wood, nor does it hang upon anything else apparent. Could it be attached to the back? That would be a strange way to hang a basic sign like this. That's true. A man would just hammer right through it. Oh, true. Yeah, just nail the sign up to the wall. Why bother hanging it? More importantly, why would the rope still be erect in this fashion? What do you mean? It is as if someone attempted to create a facsimile of a hanging sign and did not think through all the logical steps involved with why each piece is assembled. What about it? It's suspicious. Okay. See those pebbles on the ground? Toss one at the sign. Okay. A basic test of corporeality. Corporal what? Just do it. Okay. You grab a pebble off the floor and lightly toss it towards the sign. Expecting it to bounce right off, it instead just stops. It gets stuck on the surface. Whoa. Whoa. It's soft? The pebble stopped as if it hit a wall of soft, sticky honey. Huh. As you watch the pebble just sit there on the sign, you also see something emerging. An eye staring at you. Whoa. I knew it. No, he didn't. A mimic! A real-life mimic! Righto, hold on. It speaks in a harsh, sharp tone. It speaks? Appears there are eyes upon me. Me who hide in plain sight. You can talk? Talk and think and breathe and bite, I do. All time. Befriend. All right then, it's time. Talk this bad boy over to your side, you can do it. You're a monster, you must be destroyed now. I honestly did not expect you to talk. This is kind of throwing me off a little. Do not talk often, no, but you understand? Well, you speak strangely. Yes, I understand you. Understand, that is good. In Colony, we speak good. Nice forward. Using mouth is not as speak good. The thing might be hideous, but it's not outwardly aggressive right now. If you want to reach out to it properly, try to mimic its speech pattern, pun intended. Can you trust a monster built to trick people to death? Oh. Punch it in the eye. No. Are you friend? Its eyes stare at you unblinking as its maw slowly opens. I am friend. Friend. All in time to talk. Look, the goblin says, turning away from the monster. I wouldn't trust this thing at the end of a 10-foot pole. However, if you can get some nice info out of it, trust but verify, right? So, the mimic looks around. I? Mission. Wizard told to guard. Stash. A stash, huh? But room change place, chamber shift, time pass. So guard MEEK moves, feeding, guarding, from people coming from not dungeon. This monster is following orders? That actually sounds quite honorable. But MEEK can talk a lot, ask MEEK. Your name's MEEK? MEEK, yes! Great name. Yes. Must be lonely down here. Ah, not alone always. Colony is somewhere in past and west, long time spent in Colony. Most are very smart in Colony, they do not enjoy smart. They kick out, not allowed to smart. Kicked out because you were too smart. The mimic clasps its many teeth together. It is curse, smart curse. What do you know of this place? I know much, or it shifts around a bit, swaying its gaze. I know danger and secret. Place is full of danger and secret. Master told much and shared little. But MEEK knows. MEEK knows. So you're guarding something? Yes. Most stash is gone, lost, or master took. But some is here. Can I have it? No, only master takes stash. Where's your master? Not here. Not here. Master gone, MEEK alone. Seems like Mimic is a pretty decent guardian. Move on. Okay. Guardian? Yes, like a familiar of sorts. A bit too good. What am I supposed to do with this thing? Take the stash, of course. It might be unorthodox, but there's surely a way to convince this creature to help out. All monsters need to be defeated. However, this one does not seem so bad. Oh, baby. We could convince them. Guys, if we roll a 2 or higher, we convince the Mimic to join the party. Come on. Beautiful. Amazing. Right. Well, this might seem pretty simple at this point, but you gotta convince this thing that you'll be its new master. Oh. And you do that by, well, hey Mimic, Meek. Yes, yes. When was the last time you saw your master? Master? Yes, yes, master was... It fidgets on the wall. Master had a master say Meek should then... Meek not see master for long. Long. There we go. You made those gears start turning. Now hit him with the big one. Your old master's gone, Meek. Oh, but... No buts. He's gone, but it's okay. I'll be your new master. Oh! The Mimic eyes go wide, revealing a horrifying mess of shiny pupils. Then it begins to shake. No, that does not. What? Only master can order. Old order, still fresh order. Maybe ask, what exactly was the order? Order? Master talk, guard Meek, guard stash. Guard Meek only order by master. Well, there's a loophole there. You're guard Meek? Guard is title. Title is guard. So if you stop having that title, then you're no longer guard Meek, and thus you don't need to follow the orders. Meek stares at you for a moment. It turns to your companion as well. Sounds logical to me. Yes, that work. But Meek is guard Meek. Not anymore. By the power granted to me by the city of Norvik, I now officially deputize you, Mr. Meek. What? The Mimic jolts around on the wall. Your new title is now Deputy Meek. Congratulations. Want to join the party? A horrid screeching sound is emitted from the monster as it leaps towards you. Shit. The goblin yells and steps back. Embrace it. Within a moment, you realize that the Mimic has left its pose and turned into a cloak. Cloak I am. If danger, I tell. A familiar has joined your party. Keep familiars equipped to gain bonuses and dice checks. Deputy Meek at service. Are you sure that's safe? What's the worst that could happen, Snell? It'll be useful to have the little guy around. Yes, little guy. Oh, fuck it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's keep the Mimic around. Why not? He mutters to himself, I can write a book on famous last words after this whole thing. Oh boy. Guys, we're cooking. Who needs... Ooh, okay. This isn't really doing much for me. Although this isn't doing anything at all, really. Frankly, I'm happy to dump wisdom. Oh baby, we've got Meek on the cloak. Let's go. Charisma didn't get affected by losing a little bit of it, so that's fine. Yeah. Dope. Okay. Okay. Can Meek help me with any of this, or? What do you mean by big hurt, Meek? Old master has ward on all. Spell cast delayed spell. Hurt big if not careful. And just leave them alone. Okay. Alright, I'm just leaving them alone. I don't really care about the books, frankly. But I'm happy to have a little pal all of a sudden. What a homie. Alright. I don't want to mess with whatever that is, but I'm happy to go this way, maybe. Although, let's go ahead and eat a few apples, shall we? Get back up to full. What is this thing? Anything else in the room? A massive statue of a minotaur. We'll engage. The door closes behind you. Your companion lets out an audible gulp. Bad room. Old trial chamber. Snell, why'd you let me go into this obviously terrifying chamber? It's... His face grows red from anger or the lighting. You're the cleric here. The words change tone and intensify, mimicking your own way of speech. Two have stepped into the 5th chamber of trials. This will be your final and most mounting challenge yet, O champions of the host. If outside again you wish to see, answer me these questions 3, the answer of which I shall judge fairly upon thy soul. Who will take the first step? You will. You entered this mess, now you will handle it. Damn it, why do you have to go pick the scary red light cow room? You must take the first step to answer 3 questions to finish the 5th trial. What a conundruming riddle. Can my goblin sidekick help out? The other will not interfere or the trial has failed. The other will have a turn of their own. So really it's 6 questions. 3 questions. Times 2? 3 questions. 6 questions, got it. You go ahead, cleric. The light lands upon you. First question. Get ready. What is your name? Whoa, deja vu. My name is... The light intensifies. Say Ron. But what if that's not the answer? Wouldn't it be funny if I said something completely unexpected here and it turned out to be the correct answer? No? Oh, fine. My name's Ron. The light blinds you for a moment and you feel the chamber shake. What is your quest? To solve the mystery of the tea shop that blew up. Again, the eyes of the cow glare into a fiery beam. What is your greatest fear? To be abandoned. For a third time, you feel that rumble along with the hot gaze of the Minotaur. It then turns to your companion. The chosen will be you. Snell in response gives off a shocked scoff. That's easy. Yeah, this is pretty stupid. All that build-up for nothing. At least the cows know how to put on a show. Goblin stands upright facing the light. Go ahead, Guardian, ask your questions. What is your name? My name's Snell. He enunciates perfectly. The eyes of the statue grow stronger once more. What is your quest? You catch him glancing to the side for a second. My quest is... Be quiet and hope the goblin doesn't fuck up. My quest is to serve Lady Sageleaf. Again it rumbles, and you get to the crescendo of that final third question. Nothing bad yet. Very nice. Snell looks confident. What is the scholarly definition of numinism? The idea of the common gods. When deities walked among us, they built many a great empire, including Norvik. Oh, jeez. His face drops. Panic. He does not know? It is the rule of gods. Come on. Squat down and stare at the goblin as the light gets more intense. Attempt to show him what it means. What is the scholarly definition? That depends. Arcane school, scholarly definition, or divine era? If you'd gotten this question, you probably would have short-circuited that magic mouth. Yeah. Divine era? Numinisms and walking gods ruled the coast. It was quite terrible. We'll squat down and stare at him as the light grows more intense. He looks around, shrugging wildly. Glare at him. I attempt to show him what it means. The goblin has his eyes fixed on you as you hold up your hands. Pretend to pray, then pretend to be a big, strong earth, then pretend to show how people congregate into cultural units underneath God Kings during the Divine Era. Easy. Come on, it's charades. Come on, get good. His eyes are full of panic as you spend precious seconds waving your hands around. Unfortunately, he opens his mouth to speak, still staring at you dumbfounded. What the fuck are you doing? Oh. Oh. Beneath you, a sea of spikes. Oh! No, no, no. Microseconds, that's what you've got. But somehow you do manage to stretch out, sprawl out, with your hands landing on rough stone and your feet. Well, let's just say you're in a bit of a shitty position right now. Do not move. You want me to stay like this? Just a bit longer. The goblin attempts to take a step down your lower back. Your feet slip an inch. Whoa! Shit. Your entire body is quaking. You cannot hold this for long. Okay, new plan. Cast Spider Climb. I don't have Spider Climb prepared. You don't have Spider Climb prepared? Why would I have Spider Climb prepared? I don't know, why would you? I actually can't think of a single useful situation for it. Stop this bickering. It is time to act. Take responsibility for the safety of this party. Climb. Hold out. Let him off. Wait, if you fail at holding on, won't that kill you right away? You will hold on. It's not an answer, buddy. Okay. Crab climb to safety. That's very unlikely. Hold out while you let him climb. Yeah, we'll hold out and pray. Easy. Good roll. Let's go. Tell him. You can hold. Snell, do it. I can hold. Fuck it. Fine. After a moment of deliberation, the goblin then scrambles up your back using your helm as a stepping stone and leaps for the edge of the pit. But the flesh is firm. His claws find purchase on the stone. He pulls himself up. Okay, I'm out. A few agonizing seconds later, climb up the side. The voice starts up again as you do. You have braved the pit of wrong answers. Breathe and stand. Wobbly but firm. You stand. step forth and claim your prize, the plundered eye. I hate this place so much. Your companion mutters to himself. Again, just to reiterate, this place is somewhat dangerous. Divine rule. Numinism is when gods rule, dude. You should have said the correct answer to the cow instead of a wrong one. Yeah. Yeah, well, I am aware of that. And I hope you realize that you got some softball fucking questions in contrast. His face is red with anger. This time you're sure it's not because of the lighting. The statue is now entirely silent, and you hear an esoteric boom coming from the drawer between its legs. Well done. The Minotaur's riddles are properly conquered. How morose. Awesome. Let's see what kind of bling that cow's hiding. Let's see what the bling is. What do we got? Jacinth, plus strength, minus intelligence. Incense bowl. Recover a first level spell slot every 3rd hour. Huh. Minus to charisma and constitution, plus to... I am never going to use the incense bowl. It gives me a bonus to stats I don't care about. It takes away from stats I do. Terrible, awful. I'm good. Okay. Whew. Okay, we'll drop another save real quick, because we just got through a bunch of stuff. That was pretty good. Cool. It's also 6:47, and I, as much as I'm enjoying exploring this dungeon, I've got a date with a bunch of other shit that I want to do. So we're gonna go do some other stuff. Whee! Yeah, this is where that roper was. It's perished, thankfully. Or at least defeated, whatever. Oh. We're gonna get to pass my bugbear girlfriend in a moment. Just over here. There she is. Ugh, look at her. She just wants a strong man. That's all she needs. And that's me. I'm a strong man, you know? Oh. Okay. Oh, rat. It's not running from you. Oh, I'll pick it up. Sure. White rat. Okay. That's the second rat I've picked up now. A white rat, it acts shyly but approaches you nonetheless. It looks like it doesn't really want to be grabbed by you, but it also doesn't fight it. Instead, it just follows along, sort of not very happy with the situation, but what can you do? I also got this green rat that wants to fight me, or whatever. I don't know what their deal is, but I feel like we're assembling Exodia with these rats a little bit, you know? Okay. The reason we're leaving is because we've got some stuff to do based on this time of day. So we made some good progress down here, but now we gotta go to a bar, you know? So let's do it, shall we? Although, hold on, let me make an attempt at quick prayer, maybe? Oh, we have disadvantage, never mind. Okay, done here. That's fine, all right. I need to be away from this guy when I attempt that, it looks like, which is fine. We'll do it later. Okay. What other quests do we have going? So we want to go to the bar to ask about this guy because we know that he went to the bar and frequented it. So we can probably talk to the bartender, figure something out there. Star Witness. We know that he was going through the city below, but that he descended further, and so we need to find a way even further down. That's kind of why we're in the dungeon for that. After midnight, we'll be meeting with Coin Lord Darrow to get access to the crime scene. Class conflict. We're a rogue and also a cleric. Convince Nessun to teach you primal magic. Fix your spell, but oh, I do need to drop that off, but they open at sundown. Pale man called Viskin is suspicious. Find out what's going on. Oh yeah, the crocodile works for Viskin, that we found out. Fun. We've asked 6 people about who they're voting for, which is fun. The Norvikian resistance. And this is the other thing we want to do. So in the evening on Waterlane, there's apparently going to be some political fighting, which we'll want to get involved in. First ever election in Norwegian history will take place in just a few days' time. Hell yeah. Okay. Also, there's something about milk, but apparently I need to go by water lane in the morning for that. So that's a tomorrow problem, for sure. All right, anyway. Bink bonk. All right, so at 18, the bar should have opened. Here it is. We'll go have a little peekarooski, see what's good. Oh, we got a jukebox over here. That's cool. Nice. Pretty quiet. A few people I can interact with. Smarter Thangu. Oh, big number. Let's go. Not so much. A crazed kleptomaniac of a goblin. He needs help, professional help. Be careful with him. This is not a typical example of a goblin. This is an extreme, a stereotype, a fable. Okay, so this guy's like a big-time klepto. Sure. 19? Damn. Who's this? Miss Nearly? Behold? Oof. We got something. Another goblin. This one's looking to escape. Okay. Oh. Big Sphinx. Oh, is this Vault Guardian? Behold. Thousands of years spent guarding a hole in reality. Remember, her perception is beyond your ability to conceive. For her, a day is a fleeting moment unless you make it memorable. A Gyna Sphinx giving out riddles. A woman searching for something, anything, even remotely interesting about these scurrying mortals. Why else allow them into her lair like this? Huh. Okay. We've seen her before. We've got a date with her later. And then we've got, who's this? I can't interact with them right now. Okay. An old well. Okay. Anything else we can interact with? Hold up. Oh, that's the stairs out of here. That's nothing. Okay. Okay. We'll talk to Goblin Friend for a moment. Why not? The Goblin glances at you. Smarter. Snell. Don't cause any trouble. Okay. Snell motions for you both to leave the guy alone. One of your cousins. Hey, Smarter. He just stares at you. Leave him. As the two of you take a step away, Snell sighs. Smarter's a notorious pickpocket. Don't let him get too close. What kind of goblin isn't it? You should learn from Smarter. Cool, he's a rogue like me. Snell shakes his head. No, look, I'm talking a real, actual pathological kleptomania case. Like a can't keep his hands away from pockets type deal. So I mean, I guess he's like you. Except Smarter, he fails every single time, hurting himself in the process too. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's not stick around then. Cool. All right. Yeah, we'll engage with her real quick. Goblin seems to be playing around with the strings of her instrument. Not the magical kind. Her entire body jolts when she sees you. Your existence is shocking to her. I'm playing in a second, okay? Okay. Okay. I need some tense ambiance for the conversations I'm gonna have here tonight. You should play some debate music, would be suitable with the election coming up. I think we go for the tense ambiance. She scoffs. What every artist wants to hear, be ambiance. Every hero needs a bard, wink at her. I don't think she's gonna appreciate that. She cannot see your wink, come on. She finishes whatever she was doing to her instrument. All right, let's hear this shit. Don't dance, it'll hurt your chances at anything here in this tavern. Give her the arcane music box, oh shit. Huh? Her eyes sparkle as she glides her hands across the surface of the esoteric wood finish. What is this? Where'd you find it? In the city below, and it was in some weird mystical corner. So it's dungeon loot, huh? But you're giving it to me? Yeah, I can't use it myself. Well, she brings it before her and starts to press buttons and twirl knobs. Damn, this is amazing. Oh my god, they can even record samples? This is like a diskette studio, but small enough to carry. I know exactly what to play with this. She glances up to you. Thanks. Give me that esoteric noise, Goblin. Okay, I don't want to call her Goblin. We'll just nod. We'll nod decisively. She's so deeply invested in her box, she appears barely aware that you're even standing there. Let her play. She takes a deep breath, preparing for the world. Okay, here we go. Hit that shit. What do we got? What are we playing? Ooh. This is fun. No, I'm not trying to steal from her. I don't want to do that. You can engage with it. You approach your companion. Oh, I'm not trying to talk to him. Hold on. God damn it. Oh, yeah. Okay, time has passed. It is now dusk. I was trying to engage with the tip jar, but it's fine. Here, tip jar. There's a small plate with a fair bit of crowns scattered about the surface. Want to donate here? You do. How much, though? Don't go overboard. She's an artist. They're rich. Alms are important to help those in need. It is honorable to give. Okay. 10 crowns is what I give to that one kid. I could give 100. I could do it. But we're saving up to resurrect a guy. We'll do it maybe later. Okay. How much do we have right now, actually? That's a good question. 255. We need 300 to resurrect that guy. So we'll save it for later. It would be something akin to 1,000 a month, standard fare, really. Obviously, all my proprietary deals would have to be included in that. Obviously. Which would make it more akin to double that price at least. The orc woman places her cup on the counter and leans forward. We hope you'll consider it. The fiendish woman behind the counter gives her a wide, sharp grin. Vera turns to leave and almost walks right into you. Whoops. Cleric, lovely to see you again, but I can't stop to chat. Do swing by a water lane later, will ya? As the orc steps past you and leaves the tavern, you look over to the woman behind the bar. She locks eyes with you while putting away the orc's cup. Approach. Hell yeah. Oh, now we can behold. Natural 1. You love to see it. No information gained. A trifle? Wait, can we steal from her? Concentrated rhubarb ale. 100 coin? Okay. We'll come back to it. No, don't go over there. I'm just trying to talk to her. There we are.
Hey.
Behind the counter stands a woman of fiendish origin, focused on filling up one of the taps. She immediately stops when she notices your approach. Welcome to the Drunk Sphinx. What'll... My good lord, a cleric. How lovely to see the city stop by. She gives you her full attention. Name's Rickspitter. I'll be serving you tonight. Point at her horns. How did that happen? Actually, I need to make it clear to you that I'm not a cleric. No way. Or... You're the tavern owner. I am the cleric of Norvik. It's true. The cleric, oh my. You're no longer a rogue, now you're a cleric. Gained 100 XP for changing your class. But seriously, you should pick a class and stick to it. Next time you won't be getting any XP for fence sitting. Aren't you a catch? Actually, I need to make it clear to you that I'm not a cleric. No way. Oh my. I'm a roguish type kind of rapscallion. You're the tavern owner? Do you have a bunch of information that can help me with my quests? Sure. If there's anything I can do for you, just ask. I know more than most in this sprawling city of ours. This city is not hers. Oh, Snell. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Want something to drink? I'm on the clock. He nods towards you. Oh, you're the escort, eh? That's not how I'd phrase it, but sure. She laughs and sticks a sharp finger in your face. Don't get Snell into too much trouble, you hear? He's already grumpy enough as is. The two of them clearly share a past, in an enemies to lovers kind of way, only without the lovers part. You two friends, Snell? No. Don't say that, you're hurting my feelings. There's tension here. If you want to rise out of him, ask about it. Does Snell spend a lot of time in here? You don't need to ask her, it's not relevant. He does, ignoring his comment. Although this is the most convenient third place for the HWBT, so it's not like he's got too many options. We know what a third place is, yeah. We've got all the wonderful goblin we could need here every night. I sense some sexual tension between you two. He quickly snaps at you with a glare. That's a statement I will strongly refute, cleric. Fiendish woman nods. Of course, refuted it is. It is. For sure, absolutely. She laughs and leans in over the counter. All jokes aside, this is all just a part of the job, you know? flirting, bullying, creating sensual tension, harassing goblins, being a little fiend, being sarcastic, talking too much, being a pain in the ass, answering all my questions. Every single one. Creating tension? A bit on the nose, but sure. Sarcasm? Always. I see. It just happens to be as such that Snell here is not a very hard nut to crack. The hardest. The goblin closes his eyes and mutters something to himself. Your companion doesn't seem to enjoy the horned woman's attention. You do not feel any nervousness speaking to this woman. Well, duh, she's not your type. That's pretty obvious. All right, I got other questions. Of course. We're looking for owner of the tea shop. Drummer? He's a real piece of work. Like, I'm impressed that he kept that tea shop afloat for so long, but look, I just know rumors, okay? I love rumors. She leans in with a smirk. Same. Drummer kept the tea shop full of Asgalists, mostly young ones, but supposedly he's been working with the Freestriders on the side. Like some kind of spy? Could you imagine? Does he come here often? Nah, or well, yeah. Yes or no. Yes or no. Is that a maybe? Look, I see him around. He's not a regular, but when he does show up, he's loud and wants to perform. You know. She gestures, drumming on the counter. Not the greatest patron. Do you think he blew up the tea shop himself? No. No, that bird couldn't make a ballsy move like that. Now, run away from it? For sure. That's what I'd expect. And indirectly, I'd be surprised if he's not at least a little to blame. Where do you think he is? Well, I do remember him mentioning some kind of escape plan one time. Really? That sounds very relevant. The bird was drunk, okay? Muttered something about covering every liability. And how his escape plan was... Look, I thought it was a bad joke. But he said, from when I recall, that his plan was to sneak into a crate and ship himself off to Reed's. That's a wicked good plan. You should look for him on Waterlane at a warehouse or something. That's ridiculous. It's a wicked good plan. This bird's smarter than I thought. I mean, I'm sure it happened at some point historically. Drunken ramblings, but if I were you, I'd check Waterlane. Cool. Great. What is the tavern talk? Talk of the tavern. What's the hot goss? The fiendish tavern keep suddenly stops cleaning the counter and stares at you. Excuse me? No, I'm asking, she tosses the cloth over her shoulder. You want rumors? Yes, please. Well, have you heard about the missing paladin? That's a bit of a mystery. Lord Gorm is said to have gone missing in the city below, although really it's just rumors. The last anointed paladin of Earth, one of the original faces of the party at Norbik, went missing months ago, and many believe he's abandoned his post. But I haven't seen him for weeks, so it's a bit worrying. Lord Gorm? Of course I've heard of him. He's the last paladin of Earth. Sure, I don't know much, to be completely honest. But if I were you, I wouldn't get my hopes up. Did he wear a helmet? Oh no, never actually. He always showed off those golden locks. A clear sign of corruption. What sort of man would choose to show skin instead of iron? Guess his proclivity for vanity very much surpassed your own, cleric, she says with a playful smile. You ever see him say anything suspicious? Look, drunkards say all kinds of shit. Can't read too much into it. What'd you hear? Mostly a bunch of ranting about how every single political entity in the city should be burned to the ground. Some typical pro-human slogans, you know the stuff. Sounds like objective truth to me. I'm sure he has his reasons to be upset. Oh, for sure. It must be hard being a rich celebrity politician with immense power like that. You know where I could find him? I hear all kinds of rumors, cleric. Either he's cracked under the pressure and started living as a fisherman or beggar on Waterlane, or he's died in the tunnels below fighting undead abominations. Or he's jumped on a ship to Muletown. Maybe Lord Gorm wanted to head out into the infinite waste through Toll's Pass. Either way, I don't think you're going to find him, cleric. But maybe there's some clues as to his fate somewhere here on Tolstad. Who knows? Thanks for the information. You're welcome. What are you voting in the election? That's a cheeky question. Don't worry, I will not press your political opinions. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, yeah. Well, if you're being so nice about it, then I'll have to. Early on, I thought about voting for the Agricultural Party. They had a big focus on small business owners. That's me. But obviously, they moved over to a bigger workers' class focus and now are completely swallowed by Asgalism. So now I'm leaning towards the Freestriders. They want to build up the economy and increase trade, which will directly make my life so much easier. Plus, it's hard to ever vote for the Nationalists when they want my kind to be second-class citizen. And the Freestriders will let you buy your way to first class, or what? She gives him a half smirk, something like that. Why would you make trade? Why would more trade make your life easier? That's a crazy question. She looks around. Tolstad is already a hotbed for travelers coming in from all around the coast. If the tariffs are lowered, especially between Reedian cities, we'll be seeing twice as much traffic on Waterlane. That means twice as many patrons. I might even have to expand. Fuck fascism? Give her a high five? She enthusiastically meets your hand in a satisfying smack. Hot shit. Hell yeah. A foolish performative act. Oh, stop that. Fascism is objectively bad, and screaming it at the top of your lungs is a good thing. Yeah. Ideology born out of the Coast War, formed out of Alexandro's dream of a long-lasting empire. You do not mean fuck fascism when you say it. You mean fuck the city. Your city. You got problems if you think that, which you do, so... It's all the politics for now. Alright. What's up with the, That's Olzis. Great gal. She's a gynosphinx. She's been here since, like, early Gate era. Good luck getting more than that out of her. She always drink this much? Yeah, that's the only reason the place stays open. She lets us all hang around her sacred chamber, and in return I get her pumped on some river wine. Cost-wise, it's not that much worse than a regular city rent. Cool. Alright. Dope. We got the information we came here for. I want to talk to her, but I want to see what's up with this well first. You approach the old well. It's dry. It's very dry. Very, very deep. Look down the well. You see only darkness. Is this a wishing well? Surely. I wish I was the greatest knight in all of Ascani. Nothing happens. Why don't you look at that? That must mean you're already the greatest knight, right? Truth? The goblin speaks truth. He's making fun of you. Jump. Excuse you? You're doing what already? I'm jumping down the well. You say that as if it's somehow a good idea. Just jump. Snell grabs you. No. That's a bad cleric. He wrestles you back away from the deep, deep hole. Thanks, I don't know what I was saying. But Snell, I wanted to jump down, not on my watch. If you want to die from rapid fucking dungeon dissension, do it on your own time, asshole. Okay. Alright, fair enough. What's up with our questing tree? Oh shit, what's this? Take root? Oh, our class conflict took root. What's going on? They must have realized by now. You're not just some government goon. You are... Of course, I'm the cleric. That's right. The one and only, Norvik's protector and hero of the downtrodden. The cleric. That is your calling, your duty, your life. Since you joined the Earthguard to make sense of this unruly life of yours, it is your calling. This is where you found your zealotry, your love for the city, your meaning in life. Feel clerical. You've said it so many times now. You're a rogue, and honestly, it's a great path for you. Being unsmooth and unsneaky, that just seems like a poor man's choice. Oh yeah, I'm a very cool rogue after all. Yes indeed, sneaky, smooth, dick-ass rogue. It's the only way that life feels right, you know? Since you were a kid, you've been sneaking around the streets. Remember the dick-ass rogue? Good times. Working your ass off, not by choice at first, but you've learned how awesome it feels to make money. Especially when you make a lot of money, with as little effort as possible. That's what a rogue does. He takes what he wants and avoids any of those pesky consequences. It's fucking great. And so on. Tell me more about the cleric. With that name as your pride, you will keep going through divine and sacred magic. Healing spells increased by an extra proficiency. Your heals can also be increased by your strength modifier instead of your wisdom modifier if it's higher. It very much is higher. My strength is much higher than wisdom. That's actually kind of good. Okay. Dick-ass rogue. Hustle, trifle, run. Never get caught. Your trifle rolls are increased by an extra proficiency. Why do I call it trifling instead of sealing? Duh. You know the trifler, the scary monster thing? You read a story once about one of them out on some island. It gets caught stealing stuff from the locals. It's like a reference thing. You're not the only one who uses the expression, right? Okay. Am I the cleric or am I the trifler? Or am I dick-ass rogue? Okay. So Dick-ass rogue, I think, is probably worse. We get an extra bonus to rolls for stealing, right? Which is all right. But the thing is, since my wisdom is absolute dog shit and my strength is very, very good, the cleric is actually a huge buff for me, specifically. I think we have to do cleric. Oh yes, say it. I am the cleric. Earth be blessed, you are. Feel like you found yourself. Hell yeah. Oh, I don't need to forego. It's equipped. We have the feed. Great. All right, dope, cool. We'll drop a quick save right there. Bang. And then we'll go into this conversation here. We've already beheld her. Oh, can we steal from her? I can't reach from there. Oh, I see. Okay. A lull falls out of the ambient chamber. Just a beat of uncertainty as this cleric steps before the tavern's singular attraction. This happens all the time. Visitors come to gawk and stare, some brave ones to speak with her. The lady of the house, our most delightful host. Look it up at her. Towering, you stare at this somewhat feline creature up on the stage. A living myth, currently taking a swig out of a barrel, clearly not paying you any mind. Anticipalian. She must have been here for millennia. Must be boring. Tavern makes sense. Greetings, deep bow. Just stare at her until she reacts to your presence. Let's do it. The Sphinx looks down at you. Meeting her glowing blue gaze makes you feel like you're falling, far, far below the world. Her expression turns dark. Dark tidings bring you to the hearth, she speaks, low and rolling. A helmed dog, dragging its leash around the vestiges of yore. She extends a claw thick as your arm and pokes you in the stomach. Woof. Your scarf opens its mouth and nibbles in the direction of the claw. Ulzus does not seem to mind the mimic. Really, those dogs don't wear helmets, that's rude. Woof. Her expression grows lighter, then she lets out a deep breath. That sort of joke only works once, so no barking. If you want her attention, you must do something remarkable. She takes another sip from her barrel, not looking at you. Watch yourself, cleric. Ulzus isn't one for idle chit-chat. You know the Sphinx? He shakes his head. Every night there's a drunk jackass that asks for a riddle. She usually doesn't hurt them. Okay. Oh, a riddle, that would be fun. Thanks, Snell. Did you not hear me? Hello? I wish to prove myself worthy, great Sphinx. Worthy, little one? Worthy how? Don't you give out riddles? Certainly. Are you ready? Rhetorical? Yes, please, I love riddles. She finishes the last bit out of her barrel and puts it down with a slam. Then the Sphinx leans in, hissing. Once I had the sun's favor, my creed cling close to the wall. Oh. Matured in shadows, I've witnessed empires rise and fall. Once left in silence, now the life of the ball. She raises her paw and gestures to the open chamber. Yet I remain a drought of remembrance, a history's thrall. What am I? Why'd she get confused at the end? She's a Sphinx. Help her remember. A warlord who cannot learn from his mistakes, probably a drunkard. Your companion smirks and gives a little chuckle. He knows. You're a Sphinx. Yes, and the answer to my riddle? Oh. Bro is responding to the what am I as though he didn't hear the riddle. Is this a trick question sort of deal? No, just a normal riddle. We'll make a guess. Let's do it. Okay, our intelligence is very low though, so we're not getting it first try. You focus your mind to come up with something, anything that could be an answer to the riddle. Something old and time-worn that was once in the light, then lived in shadows for a long time before it became popular again. What could it be? You only get one shot, so make it count. Okay. Old, in the light, then shadows, then popular. Okay. Oh, easy. Wine. Wine? She gives you an intense stare. She's gonna eat you. Time for a fight? She's strong, but you will defeat her handily with the power of a hero. Yeah, wine. Ulzus picks up a new barrel of wine. She pops the cork open. Wine, yes, that is correct, little one. Wonderful job. Another riddle solved. Huzzah! Since you're so amazing, would you be interested in a quest? Yes, I said absolutely 100%. No, thank you. I do not want to do quests. I am not a questing kind of guy. Absolutely 100%. She gives you a serious expression. Accepting a divine quest from a Sphinx is no trifling matter, mortal. In fact, few would survive such an ordeal. This is a chance to prove yourself to an ancient creature of myth and legend. You'll also look incredibly manly doing it. A quest? Indeed. Behind me stands a vault. It opens only to those worthy. She leans her massive head downwards, close enough for you to smell the wine breath. To prove worthy, you must solve my most ancient of riddles. So old, it was handed to me when I first stepped inside this chamber millennia past. I am pretty great at questing. Bow your head in silence. We'll just do that. Your companion whispers to you. You're going on an epic Sphinx quest now? Sure, why not? Not like we're on the job or anything. All things are connected by the strings. Turn to your companion and whisper, this is important, Snell. Maybe to you. No, really, it's very important to the job, too. Convince me. Could grant me an esoteric knowledge, or like the tea shop. Fair enough. Look, I won't stand in the way. Just don't waste too much time on it, okay? Sphinx stares at your companion. A hero must face much adversity during his quest. She laughs quietly to herself and takes a swig of wine. So what exactly is this Sphinx quest? This is a riddle, the answer of which is not uttered in words, but revealed by action. Muscle riddle. Action riddle. She goes quiet and closes her eyes. I'll just listen. Found within the arcane flare, twin tongues of flame that scorch the air. She takes a breath, revealing a wicked grin. Burrow deep within the earth, a primal string to show your worth. Then she leans in, almost whispering those final words. Folk and gods in thronging herds. A man divine alone howls his words. Easy. You understand it immediately. Oh, I get it. You do? The Gate era. No, cleric. That is not the answer. The answer is not something you can speak. She uses a massive claw to grab something from her pile of stuff and tosses it to you. Once you understand this riddle, return here. You can only solve it during daytime alone. We wouldn't want anyone else accidentally figuring out this riddle, would we? She glances at your goblin companion. Goblin groans, I am not interrupting the job for that. Do it in the morning or something before you pick me up. Sphinx chuckles. I never sleep, so you can show up anytime after sunrise and before the tavern opens. What have you gotten yourself into? Sounds like this could lead to one hell of a treasure. A great quest. Time to prove yourself as a worthy hero. What are you voting in the election? I'm not. You're not apolitical, are you? She shakes her head. I cannot leave to vote, I'm afraid. Even if it was in my business to leave an imprint on the affairs of mortals. Can't leave even for a minute or two? I could, but that would break my divine quest. Oh, fair. I would not have expected a mortal to understand. Interesting. If you could leave now, what would you vote? Oh, I don't know. She points a claw at you. What would you have me vote for if you were in my shoes? The Nationalists. They will uphold Earth's stability in the long run. Ah, yes, the servants of a dead god will surely be the best choice to safeguard the future. She gives you a knowing smile. The Sphinx obviously does not hold any clear political idea. Okay, good to know. Guys? Guys, we have the option to flirt. We're 3 for 3 on flirts right now. This could be 4 for 4. It could break the streak. You're a very impressive creature, you know that? She taps her claws. Where are you going with this little one? Oh boy. Get ready to run. Yeah, this might be a bad idea. A true man climbs the tallest mountain he can find. No lesser challenge, no lesser man. Your goblin companion kicks you in the shin. You want to get mazed? He hisses at you. This is how you get mazed. DC 31. Woo the beast. Guys? I did solve her first riddle. We have advantage. So here's the thing. Okay. I need to roll a natural 20, but we do get 2 rolls. There's no other way that we do this. Obviously, we attempt. No dice expected, right? Well, this isn't really surprising, but you have no idea where to take this next. The guy in a Sphinx sips on the wine and gives you a side eye. Well, I got nothing. She laughs. Not surprising. Do you really even want to woo her? How would it even work logistically? A man finds a way. Forward. Yes, you should. You should go home to your mother and cry, then sleep for 27 hours, then not leave your room for another week, and then be unemployed for 6 months. That seems more suitable. Wow. You're a bit of a mess, aren't you? 6 months without the grind? That's absurd. The Sphinx puts down her barrel of wine and leans in to say, "Little one, I don't know if you were sobbing or having a fit, but please focus. Do you wish to ask something else?" I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. Okay, cool. Hey, we can maybe do something else later. Oh, new door. Hell yeah. Let's see what's through here. Does this lead to, I'm guessing, just another part of, okay. Oh. Little snail. Okay. Guys, we gotta get to Water Lane. That's our next big stop on the quest. On our quest, you know? Did we get anything new? We do have a new riddle. We picked up a riddle from the Sphinx. I don't remember what it was. I already forgot. Solved through action. I can solve it in the morning, apparently. I think we have to cast spells. I think that's what's happening. But the thing is, I don't have a lot of spells. I don't have any primal spells. So I think I'll need to probably learn druid magic for that. Dancing Light is arcane. I would just also need to, like, cast Cure Wounds or something, which should be fine. That is divine, but yeah, I need some kind of druid spell in order to... Alright, cool. Let's go. Okay. This leads to Water Lane, right? Yeah. Oh, this is the place where we drop off our spellbook. You approach the door. Bookbinder, you got business here? Of course, I got a deep love for books, Snell. That's fun. Didn't expect that, considering everything. I'm not a big reader myself, but I indulge occasionally. You sound surprised. But it's just banter. You can handle it, right? What did you think? I don't like books? I'm a professional and highly esoteric-minded cleric. Of course I love books. Be offended. What kind of wizard would dislike books? Be a wizard. I could also become a wizard. That's true. You can read? Rogue. What if we just say rogue? What? Rogue. Point. Others are starting to notice the rogue in your step. I'm sorry? Rogue, I'm a rogue. I didn't ask. Well, maybe we shouldn't just stand here talking in front of the shop. You knocking? We leaving. Within seconds of the knock, the slit on the door slides open. Beyond, you see a pair of large yellow eyes glaring at you. Heyo. Bird. Is this pest control? The eyes quickly tilt to the left. Tilt? No. Oh. The eyes push closer to the slit in the door. As they do, a bunch of gray feathers poke out. Ah, an owl. A cleric? No, I'm a rogue. The birdman behind the door ruffles his feathers. Shen Yellen is my name. If you're not pest control, I need nothing from you. Please leave. I have a ruined prayer book. Can you fix it? Prayer book? Yes. I've seen quite a few. Drop inside. I will take a look. All right, drop it in. Yes, horrible. Salt water left swollen. You could have avoided the worst of this if the drying process had been handled better. I will rebind this foul mess for you. How much will it cost? We will see. It depends on the process. I will need guidance on the direction of the rebinding. Spells inside are lost, however the style and formatting can be saved. Using my skills, I can aim at something from the towers, which would be most similar to my original work. It could also focus on rebinding it in the style of a druidic ledger, or perhaps a grimoire of the dark and forbidden arts. Intelligence, wisdom, charisma upgrades? Ooh. Forbidden magic? Isn't that illegal, hence the name? I am a registered spellcaster in your city. He lets out an annoyed bird sound. It gives me the rights to handle any magical components or tools, no matter the outcome, as long as I do not cast it myself. Thus is your law written. Sounds profitable. It is indeed. Okay. Yeah, we'll do charisma. Why not? That I will do. Return tomorrow, not while the sun rises. I am either resting or working intently during those hours. Anything else you want, or will you leave me to my work? Why do you need help from the Pest Control Guild? Rats. Oh. They're awful. Keep spawning out of the sewer pipes. Yeah, the PCG should really take care of that. Yeah. He lets out an angry bird noise. But that bastard guild leader, Torlin Slip, keeps telling me they don't have time. No time? They have a dozen teams running around the city. No time. I've heard the big problem is that they cannot get anyone to do pest control missions at 1-star levels. 1 star? And they got a whole ranking system. The halfway is we haven't relied on the PCG for years. They just don't have time for anything over a 2-star danger ranking. It's very annoying. I've looked into it, and the problem is the pest control teams that join the guild only take on 1-star missions for a couple weeks. Then they quickly start focusing only on the higher paying tasks, and all the actual normal pests keep on spreading throughout the city. It's a ridiculous, idiotic system. So while all the mimics and monsters keep getting slayed, nothing is being done about the Dar rats. Your scarf nudges up against your left ear and whispers, "Meek think people in not dungeon dislike Mimic." Meek kinda gets it, but still is not fun to hear. Like, actually really inefficient. Entirely due to it being a public thing, of course. Had it been privatized from the start. The problem is that it's too privatized. If the city held full control over all pest control, then even the less valuable missions would be handled. Obviously. So Earth would personally go into the sewer to stomp on rats, you say? Yes. If so necessary, yes. The bird takes a few breaths after his rant. Worst part, my nephew has a team himself, the White Dove as they're called. And I've tried sending messages to him also, but he just says the same thing. Too busy, too busy. Well, good luck with that. Thank you. All right. I don't care. I don't care. I just want to move on. I'm assuming this is the trouble that's happening, presumably. Are these guys open? We're closed for the day. Okay. What about up here? Burb. No new quests happening. We dropped off our book to be repaired. Huge. You approach a ball of feathers and wings and really, really sharp claws. Too bad he's clearly overfed. Magical beasts can sometimes understand basic common. You could try speaking with it. It's a griffin, right? You will require speak with animals to communicate properly, of course. You see a pool of drool forming underneath the open beak of the beast. It is asleep. Wait, look behind it. There's an entrance to the warehouse on the other roof. If you want to get inside, you're going to have to get past this bad boy. The mythical beast snores gently before you. I don't even want to ask what the plan is here. It's a wisdom check? Brother, that's not happening. Ooh, what a magical beast smell. Don't you want to pet it too? We could attempt to pet it? We could attempt to sneak past it? We'll try sneaking past. Why not? All right, let's do this. Meek is here. We've got a +3. We just need, it's 50-50. 11 or higher? Easy. We sneak past. You take a deep breath. Then you take the first step. The goblin follows right behind you as you carefully navigate the ledge of the roof. One wrong step and you fall, one wrong step in the other direction and the bird will slap you off. But you take a deep breath as you make it to the other side. Let's not do that again. Start walking away. All right, great. Oh, griffin. Oh, the griffin appears to have awoken. You got here just in time. Perfect, now we can make it back too. Sometimes you're a really lucky bastard, you know that? At least it didn't try to eat me. Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, box. What's in the box? Ruined fizzy drinks? Vizcod ginger drink, what is that? This guy? Minor constitution increase for a week? Ayo. Yoink. Constitution up, baby. Okay. Ant friend. He's listening in on everything. Yeah. Holy moly. Charisma from that thing. Plus strength minus intelligence. That's kind of sick, actually. Oh, we love Meek, though. We gotta keep that. The bonus to intelligence I could kind of give two shits about, frankly. Do we have anything that's plus constitution that I can put in that slot? I don't think so. Because it's got to be trinket, right? Or tinket? Well, what is this? Intelligence. Strength, intelligence, whatever. Advantage against bureaucrats is kind of sick. Maybe we run with that for a bit. The note on these crates is signed your loyal servant, Agent Vera. Get these into the warehouse by tomorrow, or I will hold you personally responsible. Gottfried. Oh, I think I can't go there yet. That sucks. Okay. Whatever. It's fine. I can't count. All right, what's going on here? Quick save. And then we'll get into whatever this is. Rollo Malik. 24? Hot dog. Did we get... The next generation, a late-stage teenager representing all young men among the Earthfolk. Statistically, it could be worrying. If all young men today feel as lost and unemployed as this one, then everything must be going to shit. At least he's politically active. That might also be a worrying detail. Young men are with little to lose and everything to gain are, historically speaking, a common driving force behind world-changing conflicts. If the old guard nationalists do not represent them, if freestriderism does not support them, if Asgalism is too progressive, then what phrase will these rumblings lead us along? As with all things, it is economy which steers the masses. The flow of capital, as you've read so much about, these boys might rage against the world if they wish, yet if they each held a role in society which paid them well and granted them satisfaction, all that rage would subside. They simply require a new ideology, one which supports their economic interests and nothing else. Damn. Okay. Her we've seen before, right? Yeah, girl on a mission, out to fight the battle for the green? Yeah. Okay. Engage. A tense scene. Oh, a cleric, just in time. 4 young guys just hanging around looking normal. Except the angry-looking blonde kid. We've confiscated the illegal goods, he says, and bows his head. For the city. He turns his head towards one of the kids behind him. How's it going, Earthness?
Uh-huh.
I'm trying, hold on. Are you militia? Great job, kid. Point at the lanky kid trying to cast a cantrip. Hey, stop it. Talking to one of these kids, I assume? You militia? I'll just say great job, kid, maybe? Or, well, hey, I guess he is vigilante or some shit. Hey, stop it, yeah. He freezes and gives the blonde kid a nervous look. Oh, sorry, cleric. I'm Rollo. Rollo Malik at your service. Behind me are Earthnice, Stenbuskin, and Toli. We're members of the Norvikian Resistance, a movement to your thieves. And ignorant book burners. The girl adjusts her spectacles and straightens her back. With all due respect, Mr. Cleric, don't believe a word from these thugs. You notice the other 2 girls behind her, a halfling and a dwarf. Both look at each other.
Uh-huh.
Assholes. Careful, it's an actual cleric. Thugs? Come on, Melissa, really? Like the AAY aren't just a bunch of ruffians. I've seen enough, just activists clashing. The AY? Asgalist youths. See your green armband? Hello everyone, I'm the cleric. It's true. They've stolen, she hisses, then turns to Rollo to bark out. You stole our entire water lane delivery. Yeah, sure, of an illegal newspaper. Lord Cleric, I assure you we're doing the city a favor here. I take that back, it's a bunch of LARPers. An insult meaning someone who's delusional and roleplays themselves into a position of power. True. Lord Cleric? I dig it. I'm the Lord Cleric. Oh, we could be. Wait a second. No, I need to correct something here. I'm not a cleric. You're not? The guy behind him starts to stutter out. Well, what are you then? Like what? I'm actually a badass rogue. A what? You know, the swashbuckling kind. Ridiculous, she mutters to herself and presses her face into her hands. She's so over it. A better rogue would have gotten a better reaction, methinks. So we shouldn't call you a cleric then? No, for legal reasons you can keep calling me cleric. The blonde kid just nods slowly. Are you kids even allowed to be out this late? Both sides look at you with frowns. Look, I have a hard time seeing how old humans are as well, but they are clearly young adults even if they're not acting their age. Hey, shut up, goblin. Your companion grits his sharp fangs in the Blotkin's direction. Hey kid, wanna die? Keep talking. Gah. He takes a step back. Impressive. The goblin stands his ground. This goblin's got bite, damn. You're here to uphold the law, right? So arrest these assholes. Now. The dwarf grabs her hand and holds her back. Medusa, calm down, please. We can ask them to explain what's going on. I could just charm one of them, right? With your witty sense of humor? No, the spell. That would be a solution. Tell them you're done here and then cast it on them after that or something. What are you guys voting in the election? Not the time. The Workers' Party, she says. Duh. Same for me. The dwarf raises her hand. Yeah. And these stupid boys are obviously voting for the party of Norvik. No, we're not. None of us are. Yeah, fuck that. What?
Huh?
Yeah, no. The silent kid in the back raises his fist into the air. Fuck the establishment. Rollo nods to the cleric. There are deeper forces at work here. Divine forces. Okay. Well, you're not voting for anything? Indeed! We're not voting at all. He looks insanely proud. You guys don't engage in democracy, the bad guys win. We, gesturing to the Free Friends, we are fighting the evil powers ready to establish a true resistance to anti-human sentiments. For Earth. The girl with the creased brow sighs loudly. Take my god out of your mouth, kid. He stutters and looks to the guys behind him. Sorry. I've come to a conclusion here. Yeah. Good. Great, good. They're not nationalists. They're not even fucking voting. What are you talking about? Approach the blonde kid to see if I can get them to back off. Approach the girl with the spectacles to see if you can argue with them. We're gonna get them to back off. Yeah. Come on now. This can get out of hand quickly. If you fail to tell him to give back the papers, this might get ugly. Your body might grow irate. Tell him to give back the papers in a controlled and thoughtful manner. We've got, okay, DC 10. We've got advantage. We need a 3 or higher on at least one of 2 dice. That can't be that hard, you know? Stare at him. Wave your fingers in front of his face. He flinches. You good? He looks away and then to you. I'm good. For what? No, just good, like a good person. Oh, makes sense. Hit it. Beautiful. A 7 is fine. A 7 is acceptable. Puff out your chest. Take a deep breath. Place a hand on his shoulder. Your gloved hand grabs him firmly and he gives you a freaked out expression. Kid, give her back the papers. He mutters, trying to form an argument. No, stay quiet. He glares at you. Give back the papers. He glances away from you. Then he slowly nods. Young and dumb updated. Rollo snatches up the stack of papers and tosses them over to Medusa. She catches them with an oof, accompanied by a foul expression. Grumbling, the boys then leave Waterlane. Gods be damned. The 3 girls collect themselves for a second. Shit. Yeah, wow, that was scary. Mr. Cleric, thanks. Yeah, thanks a lot. Great, now you fuck off as well and stop delivering that paper. It's genuinely very illegal. Whatever, let's go. Within a minute, they've dispersed, leaving Waterlane a bit less rowdy than before. I'd say that was the right choice, even if those girls seemed shady as well. Let's get out of here. Yeah, great. Easy peasy. Oh, we got a new, Young and Dumb. Take root. Let's do it. Trouble brewing. Young women running around the streets, slinging Asgulist propaganda to unsuspecting citizens. Boys causing chaos in the name of some hapless magazine-inspired rebellion. This cannot be tolerated. No, it cannot. Too much chaos has been caused by these damn kids. Indeed, this must be solved with the might of the state. We shall. The Asgul youths did nothing to warrant such pushback. This era is one of communication, ideas, interchanged freely between a populace of free-minded thinkers, folk dreaming of an egalitarian potential. However, the problem lies with the unfortunates who break and sear Folkarian thought with reckless unkindness. You must pray for them, beg of them. To please stop being so mean. Appealing to their better nature? Great idea. Do you really think that would work? One can wish. Those boys might be unkempt and rough, but they are proud citizens of a great city. They are performing a service, albeit a crude one beyond the realm of law. Blech. But the youth Asguls, they are even more unlawful to a much steeper degree. Oh, hold. Oi. Okay. In battle between unlawfulness and disorder, those book-burning boys clearly come out on top. The Asgul girls were just doing a technically criminal cause. The boys were doing multiple literal, actual fire-related crimes. Yeah, they were about to burn those papers, but too much steeper degree. Steeper. Okay. It's a morality issue, not a legal issue. You weigh morality upon the shoulders of ideology in this case. You can see that, do you not? The only shoulders being weighed upon here are your manly, bulging, muscular traps. What has happened here is a complication upon society, a representation of the wider culture. Young men are drawn towards the rough, downtrodden world of the dreamers, the hope of national unity through an Earthian story, one of leadership and honor. But without that guiding star, there is no such singularity, no control, no wise king to bend the knee to. Instead, those boys are simply expressing pain through violence, enacted onto those who are attempting to craft a more caring future. That is, young women. They, as opposed to young men, are drawn towards a more social type of unity, with welfare and Asgalian flattened hierarchical structures. Beyond Asgal himself, who is by his function also a male figure, it is to womanly people you shall look towards. Lady Fair is one. The halfling god? Yes, Lady Fair and those not. The walking god who gave everything to save her people. Her words are few, but spread far across the coast. Her church is quite active among Norvikian society as an organization of charity, one open to all folk no matter the origin. An egalitarian dream. That is why women, as harsh as it is to say, are simply more suited for Norvikian leadership. Lady Fair makes it clear. A house held by woman stands any season. Clearly build a more thoughtful, caring world for us all. Feel like a good man for thinking such egalitarian things. I want to lead in the future, and I'm not a woman. Does that mean I have no interest in the future or under any type of leadership? I want to stay in the darkness and wither away. I feel like there should be some middle ground here. What about a house held by a person never falls? That's catchy, right? There's something so powerful about dreams. Ideas spreading from man to woman, woman to man. But the Asgalian dream is not a blessing. It is a smile wrought in pain. A vision of 1,000 layers of intersected nets and labels, tangling every person and snaring them into oppressor or oppressed. And there is oppression. There are unfair hierarchies. The world is corrupt. But not fundamentally. If these boys are pushing back against Asgalism, that is only natural. It is an ideology which pushes the foundational belief that they are naturally, oppressively superior. If a young man grows up in squalor, finding zero advantages from him being a man among patriarchs, nor any power from being a human, especially if he grows up within non-human clusters, something many of the poorest humans do, when is he unable to find a job at age 19 and has almost no political, societal, or economic power in his life, which dream do you think he would believe in? The one calling him to fight and to reclaim what is his by right, a good life as a future patriarch? Or the one calling him an oppressor? It does not call him an oppressor. That is an unfair reading. Asgalism is about some systemic change. That young man is trapped in the same cycle of violence that all men find themselves since the dawn of time, that he must fight, that he must be a patriarch to have that good life. Asgalism would lay the foundation that allows him to be free from these burdens. He would be free to find that job, that good life, with the same prospects as everyone else. That foundation is laid by raising women to the forefront, by allowing them to flatten our hierarchies and bring about a new world. Suppose if a man already has it pretty terrible in a world where he's supposed to be at the top, then a world where his advantages are gone would seem even worse. True. I'm sure there's a female perspective in here somewhere, but I've only read about that in Mom's books. Seems to me like there's more of a branding issue. They're clearly losing out on a ton of angry book-burning boys. Look, I just want what's best for women. I don't care about men or women. I am an equal hater. We all suck. It's not a nice way to go through life. It is, however, surprisingly egalitarian. You need to come out to that realization. The one every boy reaches towards the late stages of their capitalistic, pubertistic, and socialistic awakenings that, no, not at all. It is only your placement you must understand. Figure out where you've planted these 2 feet of yours and accept where your bones will begin their incessantly slowish grind into the pavement. Learn more. Steel yourself. Seek love. Be more. Realize your place in the world. Suddenly understand gender. Ooh. Guys, there's no shot at me understanding gender, TBH. Actually, yeah, no, there's almost no shot. I need an 18 minimum for this. This one I need a 6. We'll try to understand gender. Why not? Not happening. Big fail. No. This is far more complicated than you could have ever imagined. So many relations, so many intersectional divergences. How a man who feels feminine connects in hierarchy with a woman who feels womanly but acts manly in order to fit among patriarchal standards, only to be controlled by a manly woman who seeks feminine ideals in order to break those same standards? Simply too much for you to make sense of, to break down, to even sample an inch. No one said this whole egalitarian dream thing was going to be easy. It's true, but this is far too much for you right now. Maybe it is only your side of the aisle which you have any hope of understanding this day. To know man in order to know woman. Then, yes. Everyone lay upon Jor's spectrum, each judged for their perceived and internalized values. You are approximately 0.52 decimals across the line into masculinity. That is, in a less abstract definition, a little over halfway to being a full man. Slightly over halfway, yeah. I'm only halfway? It's not ideal. Does that mean I'm a woman? I can deal with that. Of course you can. You're a man, a real man. The average man is, when you think back to your ability to sniff out manhood, usually placed around 0.50 decimals of masculinity. That makes you 0.02 more man than the average man. So I'm actually super manly. Let's not get carried away. You're approximately averagely, decently, middle ground manly. A normal-sized manhood inside of a perfectly median-shaped man. I can work with that. You already have, for many years. Now, you will choose what? You know the truth. Choose a side. Tell me about Lady Fair. Halflings built a religion out of feminine love. You can do something similar. Extra proficiency in roles when speaking with feminine characters. Future patriarch, a brotherhood, a patriarchy. A good and just world within your grasp. Extra proficiency when speaking with male character. Okay, so... Alright. Do we want to do better speaking to men or to women? I guess that's the bottom line here. Thinking about it, I feel like I'm dealing with a lot more powerful women that I need to make roles with lately. I feel like Lady Fair might be the better pull, but at the same time, we don't understand gender even a little bit. I think we have to do Future Patriarch. I think we have to. Yeah. Every man within a radius of 2 to 3 kilometers will respect you for your choice here. The rest will follow soon. Hell yeah. We're less confused about gender, guys. We did it. Hell yeah. Okay, so... What else do we want to do today? I guess that's the question. Nice outfit, human. Yeah. Hey, thanks. Oh, what's this? Hold up. This door looks promising. You stand before a damp door on a cramped corner house. A layer of river mud and algae. You know someone here? Knock on the door. You wrap your knuckles against the wood. A solid rhythmic knock. Wait. A moment passes. Then the sound of a heavy latch sliding. The door creaks open. A pair of bulbous eyes stare up at you. It is an Anuran, dressed in a tiny velvet smoking jacket. Quite distinguished despite the lack of pants. ¿Qué es? What is it? I am busy. Très occupé. He looks squishy. I have some questions. Oh? Wait. He squints at your uniform. Are you a, how do you say, l'éclairé? I like to see myself as more of a dashing rogue. No, you are clearly a cleric. So dismissive. The Anuran peeks his head out from behind the door. Tu veux quoi? Ask for a contribution to your cause. We gotta. Come on now. Oh, we're just short. We're so close. You clear your throat. Look, buddy, hand over some goods. The Anuran's eyes narrow. Pardon? You beg at my door? Espèce de cochon. Sorry? Is that all you wanted, to bother and beg? Nice house. No, it is as you say, shit. Temporary, until I take the next ship home. He gestures vaguely to the port. What's your name? I am Guillaume de Crete. Oh, so that's where they get it from. What? Gills, it's from your name, I assume. That is idiotic. No, don't ever say that again. I'm gonna go. Okay, good. Au revoir. The door clicks shut. So you really just went and knocked on some stranger's door? Look, I'm not gonna knock on your methods too much, but if you keep this up, we'll be done by 6 months after the election. And you didn't even ask about the tea shop, not once. I just had a feeling this door was important, that's all. Goblin closes his eyes in a short, silent contemplation. And then he says, maybe stick to Le Points d'Interest? Okay. That's funny, I like that. Okay. Alright, cool. Great. So I'm thinking about what else I can do in the meantime. But do we have any... I wonder, are there any spells I can prepare? Have we picked anything new up? I can't remember. Nothing new. Okay, we can prepare all 4 of these. Okay. We still don't have a 2nd level spell that we can work with, but that's okay. Things I want to do. Let's think. Are there any other quests that we have that relate to... Okay, that's River Takey. We fell in the river. We could ask the guy about the crocodile, maybe? Trunk Sphinx, 300 pieces. We could also just walk around by ourselves a little bit. Then again, we need to stay up until midnight in order to speak to the old man about getting inside of the thing, right? 250 crowns for the job. This was, what, 300, something like that? Yeah. How much money do we have? We have 255, so we can just afford our book right now. Yeah, permission to enter the thing. The guy is probably in the warehouse. We'll want to look in there, I guess, tomorrow morning when we have a chance. Star Witness. Frank, son of Frank, was in the South Caves. Yeah, there's the dungeon we could explore. Okay. Nil Curious. Check around Waterlane in the morning. Okay, that's a morning thing. Locate the missing paladin. It will make you a hero. Okay. I guess right now, the thing to do... Okay, so we need to talk to the big magistrate after midnight, which is in, like, 2.5 hours. I probably want to have my goblin homie for that. So I guess... Why don't we... Oh. Your muscles tense up. A face of iron appears from nothing. You hear the goblin say something to you. Dagger. One hand piercing tool, good at making holes in clerics. He doesn't need to raise his voice. You know the gravity of the word. Pain incoming. This creature visits death upon your door. Fight back. This is no time for introspection. Get ready. Oh shit. 9? That's okay. Oh, everybody's faster than me. That's okay. Blood pumping, all of you ready for death. Snell gets ready to act. The goblin's quick. The goblin gets a hold of your garments and pulls you aside. In one fast tug, he managed to move you a bit to the side. Not by much, but is it enough to save you from that blade? Let's hope so. The masked one's ready. The masked one immediately rushes forward, the sharp dagger thrust towards its target. Fortunately, the target you has been pulled aside by Snell. The dagger misses you by an inch. Huge. Cleric, wake the fuck up. This guy wants to kill you, don't let him. Great advice. Can't you ask him to put the blade away? Take a deep breath, get it together. Guys, there's one thing and one thing only that is gonna work here. We're on a bridge. It's grease time, baby. We grease, easy. Come on. Get greased, son. Masked assassin. The goblin remains in his fighting stance for a few more seconds. He then relaxes his posture, giving you a nod. Brutal. Calculated. Thumbs up. Let's do it. If it works, it works. The goblin leans out over the abyss, staying several steps away from the colorful substance greased all over the bridge. They really should add guardrails here. It's cooler without. Maybe, if you've got that feather fall, but for us mortals, this is a splat kind of moment. Sadly, the old lady couldn't get the building permits, otherwise we'd have bolted this place up a long time ago. But for this one, I guess it worked out, sorta. He rubs his chin. Someone wants us dead. Or you, more likely. Why me? Snell shrugs. Looked a bit high-tech for a goblin mugger, he says, and wipes some dirt off his pants. That wasn't a goblin, was it? Yeah, way too esoterically equipped. For sure. And I didn't exactly get targeted either, so I think you've got a magical maniac after you, sorry to say. He takes a deep breath and checks himself for wounds. No one even got hurt, ain't that a wonder? That mask was weird. Yeah, give me the creeps just thinking about it. Looked like some old ceremonial thing. Couldn't be. The city doesn't allow that foul nonsense. Lone actor? Wouldn't that be nice? I'm getting cult vibes. Could also be connected with something below. He snaps his fingers. We should find a scholar to ask. I heard there's one on Water Lane, a halfling called Snare. If we head by, I could have a chat with him. Glance down the abyss and move on. The ambient groan of Norvik's red rocks echoes below, the river coursing around you, hugging you. Look down. You glare into the darkness, but you see nothing down there. Your companion clicks his tongue. Fuck this. They can't get away with that, not on our streets. Look into his eyes and then give him a nod. He nods back. You stood your ground. Against the odds, that is commendable. The mask, it has a meaning. You need to uncover it. You moved fast and that kept you alive. Stay alert and you'll live through this assignment. Hells, maybe you'll even thrive. Snell checks around the crossing, a weary scowl on his face. Yeah. Grease is cleared. Let's get out of here. Okay. Whew. Okay. What I was about to say is I think we want to go to the dungeon and poke around a little bit. There's clearly more to explore above the pillar underground. So I think we'll go check that out a little bit, and then when midnight rolls around, we'll go talk to the big guy, and then wrap up the day. Cool. Oh, cult hit. Where is that? It's here. Oy vey. Okay. Have we... Hold on. Let's look at the... No, not this. It was this... This guy, I think. Spoke with the whispers on Pillar Crossing. They were ominous. Huh. Down in the city below, you saw something that should... Okay, so the upper one is the one that I failed. It's the one that's on... whatchamacallit? Oh, you know what I want to do? I do want to retry talking to that druid real quick. Maybe see if I can do something there. Here she is. Okay. Hey, little buddy. Okay, we need big wisdom for it, though, is the thing. All right, let's look at our trinkets. That's wisdom, intelligence. This is also wisdom. Sorry, bud. Okay. So that's the best we can do offhand, which isn't even that good, but it is much better than -5, only -3. Come on now. Helms. Oh, right, we could put our regular helm back on. That helps. This crossbow adds some wisdom instead of this. That takes away wisdom, actually, so maybe we swap those out. Maybe throw the hammer in, since the other one doesn't help. All right, we're down to a -1, which is pretty good. That's a -2 wisdom? Hold on. We're gonna +1 right here. Okay. Guys, we changed out a bunch of equipment, and suddenly we have... bonus to charisma, bonus to dex. Old dude's listening in. Okay. I think that's the best we can do, wisdom-wise. I think that's as good as we're gonna get. So we're gonna make a save here. And we're gonna retry this check on communing with stuff. Okay, we can also maybe looter. DC 14 dex check. Maybe. Human. Show your primal attunement. It's only 11. We clenched last time. This is now a 50-50 because we've managed to negate all of our minuses to wisdom. Let's try it. Let's go. You kneel. You need to prove it. Your attunement to nature. Interesting. Yes, yes. She places the bowl from her desk to the ground before you. You must show what you've learned in your studies. The primal forces are complicated, but you can still sense the tingle of Jor's strings through every branch and mushroom. Hold your hand over the bowl. As you reach out, the elf hums. She then moves the bowl even closer to you. You believe that is all you require. Magic is not an exact science, despite what the instructors in the towers used to tell you. The esoteric in your realm does not conform to rules. That is the only rule they truly follow. Now feel. The oily mushrooms inside this bowl, the strings within them, all around them. Grab one of them, change it, twist a string. Cool. Oh shit. What's all that? At first, nothing. Then a twinge. Whatever you touched, it is connected with the spores, the growth, the decay. You did little, but you did something. The elf nods. What did I do? You ruined my brew. Shit. Oh, whoops. She laughs. You caused the fungi in the bowl to change acidity. It's subtle, but it's there. You performed an act of druidcraft, human. Use druidcraft to unlock unique interactions with the natural world. Goblin looks on, giving an uncharacteristically stunned expression. Of course, I'm a natural. You are, aren't you? Nessun grabs the bowl and pours the mushy mushrooms onto the ground. The contents wriggle before you. I made the mushroom come to life? She looks up, reassuring you. No, they are supposed to move like that. You did not perform that big of an esoteric feat. Not yet, at least. She chuckles and puts the bowl back on her desk. Perhaps you can be one human I share knowledge with, if that's what you wish. I love plants. Thumbs up. Very well. What do you want to know, human? I want to learn to speak with animals. That shouldn't be too hard. Here, a spell scroll to get you started. Cast it when you have an animal to speak with, and you should be able to hold a conversation as long as you can keep up. What is druidcraft, really? I would call it a most useful path of communication with nature. It can be used for many a thing, but for you, I would suggest focusing on the basics. Use it to move peacefully through the roots and to show your balanced nature to those primal spirits who roam below. Can druids create magical food? Certainly. There's a spell that would be very useful for you since you're on the run all the time. God Apple, it creates 5 apples. Each can feed a grown man for a full day, although considering your diet, you could probably down a couple. I love apples. Can I have that spell? I don't have the scroll, sorry, but I do seem to remember I handed one to Moongore. She might keep one in the roots of poo. Oh, I met her, Bugbear, right? Indeed, how wonderful. She really needs more socializing down there. She's a lovely woman. Quite a bite on her. What is she implying? The elf is quite the provoker. Horrible. Good. Can nature protect me? Of course, with bark skin. I do have a spell scroll of it, but it's down in the roots below the garden. If you pass by, take it. I keep a cache hidden underneath Lord Pooh. And this lord will just give me the cache. We have a password. Just say Minon Sekikas Puni, and he'll open right up. You can have the other stuff inside as well, since Sage Leaf wants you to succeed. Oh, great, thanks. You're welcome. She gives you a creepy smile. Just give the password and he'll grant you access. Alright. Thanks, that's all the questions for now. You're very welcome, human. Alright, cool. Guys, we got a ton of good information on druid shit just now. And now we can switch right back to being a bucket head. I'm so pumped. It's bucketing time, baby. Alright, so trinkets. Go back to this, and this little dude, and this thing, I think. That's what we're going for, yeah. And then weapons, we like this and this for the strength buff. And then literature, we're taking that, I think. Yeah. And yeah, great, cool. We're about as good as we get with all this stuff. Cool. Alright, dope. And we can cast a little spell now. Oh shit, all the little dudes. Look at the little dudes. Tiny primal spirit. Apples. Do you talk, little dude? Shume Angreg. Cute. I can't really interact with any of them at the moment, but that's cool. Are there any others, I wonder? I've got this little trail of wind around me now. That's cool. Oh, mushrooms. Neat. Speak with animals. Wait, did she give that to me? Did we learn speak with animals? Oh, we have it, baby. Guys, we just suddenly got access to a ton of new spells. We gotta go pick some up from down in the dungeon. But that's fucking awesome. Are you guys ready? Hold on, we gotta re-prepare, and then we're gonna have to eat some incense real quick. Just chow down, you know? Prepare spells, okay. Speak with animals. Grease, super useful. Cure wounds, shield of... Okay, we can prepare everything we have at the moment. That's cool. We're also going to just eat some literal incense. Because I know we want to talk to... There's a cat right here that I want to yap to. No, the cat's gone. Man. Oh, well, never mind. Okay. There's the big seagull we could yap to. Yeah, we could try big seagull. Oh, hold up. Can I druidcraft? Where is that? Yeah! Little dudes are everywhere. What up, little dudes? Little bucket lad. What up? Tiny primal spirit. What is that? Strange mushroom juice. What is strange mushroom juice? Grants a minor wisdom increase for a week! Sure, I'll take it. Thanks, little dude. Holy shit. Holy moly. Crikey. Oh, seagull's gone. Dang. Okay. Oh yeah, let's try engaging with this again. Touch the pillar. Right, wisdom DC 0. We can do this, clearly, right? Just as long as we don't natural 1. We have advantage, disadvantage. I just need to not roll a 1. We have this. Easy. Yeah, great. You close your eyes. You shape your mind into an arrow, shooting it out towards the esoteric force. Find the rhythm to Jor's realm, hear his voice. The cold rock of the pillar turns warm in your palm. You've marked it with your spirit. Marked it? What? You're unsure. But you feel like there are more spots you need to investigate. Feel warm and deep. Goes deep down and far up. Oh, okay. You lift your hand from the surface and you're able to see normally once again, but you feel like you've learned something. You must keep looking. Soon the pillar's secret will be revealed. You understand plainly there's more to this pillar you need to investigate in time and further below. Okay, great, cool. Dope. Oh, that was just an update to this one. Yeah, we got the one that's up here. Okay, presumably there's one even further low. We know that we can go lower because that's where the man in yellow went. Oh, you know, I haven't been inside of this place yet. Let's take a quick peek inside of here. What's this? Great Perch of Norvik. Old symbol of an old regime. Okay. I've been on top of it. That's where the manor is, but what's that? All who pass are mine to keep. Huh. Okay. 4 days remaining for the election. Who tossed these in a pile? If the Free Striders are in charge, this would be organized already. Cool. Big thingy. Dark Souls ass guy over here. Oh, lobster. These stairs go far below the city. Hold on, can we check that out? Some type of crypt keys needed here. Okay. Hello. Who's this guy? The Duck. Behold. Come on. Pretty good. Pretty good roll. This is a true warrior. He is off duty, but whatever duty that is it's everlasting. This dark knight can break you like a twig, yet he will not. He is bound by an order, but why does it not affect you? Not a man, not even corporeal. This is a silent yet shrieking wraith forced into enslavement by the darkness of this realm. There's something indescribably manly about self-control in such circumstances. Lawful evil undead. Ooh. Who the heck is this? Let's go through his pockets real quick. The Caretaker. Advantage against chaotic creatures. Oh shit. Inflict wounds. Crypt key. Okay, he's got the key for this crypt. Okay. Sure, let's take a peek. Why not? Hey, bud. The Duck. A dark iron can of a man sits alone on the temple steps. Nickname for a warrior who fell in combat and then later revived. Sort of a synonym for coward, but not really. Scary things. They used to chase you when you were a kid out in the country. A long time ago, the duck was a symbol for the city of Norvik. It was later replaced by a fish. His face obscured, an axe strapped to his back. Thick axe, heavy. This is a real man, a hero. His armor is empty. Citizen? His helmed head is slumped downwards, slightly. Is he asleep? Just stare at him. No response. Wait. A metallic scraping noise fills your ears. The knight is moving ever so slightly. His head turns. Oh, fuck. Your name. Soldier? His voice echoes out into the chamber. Pure dread. This is a great warrior. Treat him with respect. I am Ron. The knight's head slumps once again. Speak your mind, soldier. Who are you? Yeah, I know he's not Lord Gorm because we know that Lord Gorm doesn't wear a helmet, right? Who are you? He's silent for a while. The duck. Excuse me? I am the duck. That's wild. A man's name is not up to debate. Horrifying. Quack. Ah. Who do you serve? I serve. For a split second, you could swear a spark appearing within the armor. Yes? Once again, he turns to look at you, the darkness within his helmet seeming to reach out towards you. As if grabbing hold of the very air, you feel everything growing cold. I serve nothing. Where'd you get that cool armor? The knight sits completely still and does not answer your question. I won't tell anyone. No response. You feel invalid next to this man. You must learn from his ways. Attempt a firm discussion about masculinity. DC, okay, guys, I just need to not roll a natural 1. Easy. He just sits there, ready for a good talk. You catch something, a glimpse of light within the darkness of his helmet. Stare at him. The knight shifts slightly, his armor scraping against the rock. The knight turns to look at you through his helmet. A little more, wait a bit longer. Soldier, your presence is unwanted. Present your query, then leave these hallowed grounds. Do you have any spell scrolls I could have? He slowly grabs a skull out of his pack. We gotta inflict wounds, baby. A spell with power. Memorize it. Already did. No, soldier, memorize it. I told you, I already did. I'm quick. The cleric here is a bit of a monster when it comes to magic, from what I understand. The Dark Knight nods and then lowers his head. You've earned his respect. Good. Your ability to memorize spells instantly is an incredible talent. He should be impressed. How does one become a true warrior? A warrior places an iron gauntlet upon his knee and leans forward. A whispering wheeze escapes the slits in his helmet. Serve. Until the coast falls in on itself, until Yor breaks the veil and every god rips and tears our reality into shreds. Serve well, serve loyally. That is what a true warrior does, no matter what. The wheezing stops. Your companion gives you a horrified glance. All right, thanks. He nods slowly. He lifts his hand and clenches it. Now quick, ask him while he's got his guard down. Wait, who do you serve again? Viskin. Oh, he moves his head towards you. No, that is not. Viskin the Mortician. With sudden force, the Dark Knight slams his axe into the ground. Darkness creeps through the hall. Within you. Do not speak of that soldier. Is it a secret? He returns to a still position. Do not. The knight is now waiting for another question. Lucky you, he didn't kill you. How do I open that gate downstairs? I have the key. Oh, can I have it? No. You were too weak. Man's correct. You need to get back to your strength first. The city below, it is darkness incarnate. Do not tread without care. You never do. Heed the call from beyond the grave. Okay. All right. I'm good. I'm good with that. Guys, we got a new spell. What's over here? What is this? Oh, you can move that brick. Oh shit. Hold up. Let's move the brick. Spent ring of spell storing. Strength and wisdom. He's watching over you. And then what is this? Shard of Yor. Time reclaims all. What is this new thing? Wait, did that give me a strength bonus? Strength and wisdom. Oh, hell yeah. Sure. Neither of those particularly helps me now. I don't need just a +1. I would need at least 2 for any of those to be useful. Yeah, nothing I can do with that right now. That's okay, though. Okay. Okay. Alright. Later. How much time do we have until we talk to the big guy? Like 2 hours? Okay. Let's go into the dungeon and do some dungeon shit, shall we? Okay. Hey, Viskin. Oh, hey, question, dog. I actually ran into a bunch of weird guys who were all big and strong and scary that say they work for you. What's the deal with that? Yeah, Kraid and this Dark Knight said that they have a connection to you. I found this mimic in the city below. Show him your scarf. Oh, it's only DC 19 now. That's pretty good. Okay. We've learned a bunch about the people who work for this guy. I have some personal questions, maybe? No, we're just not going to talk to him right now. I don't care. It's fine. Maybe later. Okay. Okay. Let's see what is going on up this way. Okay. Oh, I have dancing light, don't I? Yeah, we can bring that out. It's over here. Oh. What's this? Something shiny. Incense? Coin? Huge. Oh, calendar? Out of date? Okay. Embedded upon this altar you see a circular stone slab. Whoever's worked the survey site in the past has attempted to place it in its natural position. It is not spinning, it has not spun in centuries, yet moving your hand closer you sense it, the faintest hum of esoteric power pulsing through the glyphs. It is still keeping time, even with its mechanism cracked. The various glyphs on the surface denote not a language, but rather sigils, it seems. Decipher the current day? You cannot do that. It is clearly broken. Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Hey, we tried. What's this? You glance at the step. It's a descent of approximately 50 inches. These ancient bricks, they could scuff you badly. What kind of man, no, what kind of hero cannot step down a slightly uneven stone slab? It would be embarrassing for anyone of any age to fail this. Okay. MEEK supports me. Let's go. MEEK keeps you alert. Huge. I just need not an @1. Brother. Taking a confident step onto the stone, you begin your descent. You close your eyes as you do so, in order to fully immerse yourself in the experience of changing your elevation. You were afraid. It is very steep. Sorry, did the developer decide to, like, make the screen go black so we wouldn't have to animate a guy, like, scrambling down a step? Your body remains calm. Wait, your left foot, it's not on the stone anymore. That's not good. Your right foot, that one's gotta be on the floor, right? I'm afraid to say that no. Both your feet have slipped off reality. The distant cry of a concerned goblin is far, far away from you, as your entire being is fading into nothing on the floor of this random ruin on Tolstad. Hold on, I'm dead? There's no need to fret. You've been given your due. This is it. This is the end of the stick. This is just, no, this doesn't make sense. You're a servant of Earth. You have dedicated your entire adult life to serve him. That is not how you are rewarded. No. You are, no, I refuse this end. Reach out. Not yet. Not like this. Grab on anything you can. You still have work to do. The world distorts around you. You are falling, then you are not. Twisting, turning, forces beyond your might. What did I do? Your body's on the verge of breaking, every moment a painful reminder of the 1,000 others who failed just like you did. But you can take it. It's wisdom, brother. I'm not good at wisdom. We'll laugh. Why are you laughing? Don't do that. Your life sucks. Be quiet. Attempt to pull the strings. Come on. I do need kind of a decent... It's DC 1, but I do have a -4. That is a stressful roll, you know? You follow them as they dance. One seems to go good, but it is far away. Yet it is moving closer. By what force? Is it him? Take the string handed to you. Is anything permit in a good man's kiss? You are at the bottom of the step. Gods, you're slow. Can we get moving now? Let's go. Okay. What the fuck was that? What a weird game, dude. Okay. Let's see. Goofy looking cat. Oscar Madsen. 10, nice. This right here is the fourth pillar of the feudal system, a spelunking, delving, digging, roaming, true-blooded adventurer. Although he's seen a lot of shit in his days, Askel still has his glowing eyes set on the prize, the true reward of a life on the trail, a hoard. Little lobster! Lobster pal. Oh, they're just one and the same? Okay. Buried on this, beside the buried statue, you see someone up on a ledge. You hear the sound of working. Grunting, clanging, and so on. Hello up there. Dwarf's smoldering eyes widen as he sees you. Look, Romulus, we've got an official visiting. If that doesn't make us official, I don't know what will. Peeking out over the ledge, you spot an orange monster creeping about. Romulus rust monster tame. Guys, rust monsters, if you don't know, they're little dungeon lobsters that eat metal. They eat metal, they can eat weapons, they can eat armor. They're not great. They're usually a bad thing. And nice bucket. Thanks, I found it upstairs. What a find. Good, he's playing along. What are you doing here? Me? Oh, you know. He lets out a smoldering laugh. A dwarf's gotta have a hobby. Mining in ancient ruins is not a hobby, it's a profession. He puts down his tools and strikes a pose. Let me introduce myself. I'm Askel Madsen, a dark dwarf. Derogatory term for underdwarves, okay. Pleasure to meet you. You're a Norvikian cleric, I presume? More of a rogue, really, the sneaky kind. A rogue? Rogue what? A rogue actor in a world of conspiracies. Sounds grim, I like it. Same. Oh, and you've got a goblin with you? You HWBT friend? Yeah, you're that dungeoneer looking for cats, right? Cats? More or less. Hope your lady wasn't too mad about my inquiry. I'd say annoyed is a better description, but it's fine. Just don't trespass anymore. Will do, or I won't, I mean, but I should correct you, I'm not a dungeoneer. I'm more of a... With a bright smile, he'd adjust the collar on his uniform. Well, I'm what you'd call a historian with ambition. As he says it, the orange beast sends an echoing, hissing noise down the chamber. Exactly, Romulus. We're here on an expedition of grand proportions to find the legendary missing mine of Tulaman, of Tulincatl. Tulincatl? Yes, Tulaman of Tulincatl. That sounds like a quest. Oh, yes, indeed. A quest, your ears perk up. But just to be clear, I'm not sharing the spoils just like that. Fair enough, treasure's earned. So here's the deal, I'm in trouble. His pet makes a loud belching noise. Right? He mumbles and gives the monster a pat on the back. You want to help, friend? Help a stranger, that's how heroes are made. That's how fools are robbed. I'll help if I get paid. Sure, I've got some loot to share if that's the case. Smart, always negotiate up front. See, there's two strange ruins in this section of the city below the city. He points at the statue. White Mane ruins, before the dwarves and humans and even trolls, this place was ruled by cats. Theory goes, the snails of Tulin had an esoteric mine not far from the Pillar of Yore. The mines of Tulaman, a place of thick veins with endlessly growing amber and platinum. Endless treasure. But the walking god of the White Mane, for whatever reason, sealed it shut at some point, according to his legends. Sealed esoterically, probably, since we can't seem to locate it. So there's snail folk and then slightly less ancient cat folk who bit count stuff on top of the snail stuff? Exactly. Layers upon layers like a corpse cake. So what's the problem? No problem with this site, but I'm almost finished here and I'm unable to gain access to the second White Mane ruins, because it's inside HWBT territory and they're very unwilling to allow a dwarf like me past. Your lovely goblin friends have hired a brutish bugbear as a guard, but you're a cleric. If you can get access into their territory, please head south. Through the damp high caverns, there should be a White Mane ruin at the end, a shrine probably marked by a bunch of feline symbols. He gestures toward the giant statue, just look for big cats, essentially. I have already been there. What? Aren't you the little spelunker? That's good. He nods. Did you see anything? Depends. What are you looking for? He leans over the edge. All you need to do is tell me if you find a symbol of a sun or two blades. Either of those, then report back. If you're able and if you have time. Wish I could do it myself, darn those goblins. No offense. None taken. I really, really do not care. Sun or two blades? Yeah, I didn't see anything like that back. I'll go back and see if I missed it. Great. Since you already made your way there, it shouldn't be too much of a hassle, I hope. He gives you a thumbs up. Yeah, good luck. All right, cool. Guys, we have 90 minutes in-game before we have to go talk to some bureaucrat. Let's climb this step and hopefully not fall into darkness again. We'll take it again. Take the first step, and then you are at the top of the step. Great. Dope. Amazing. It's very funny that they've decided to change elevation in that way. Wait, did we get anything? I know we picked that up. Oh, we got some apples and some coin at some point recently. Okay. Inflict wounds. We don't care about having that prepared. Right. Is this... Oh, yeah, Lost Mines of Tulaman. Yeah. We want to see if there's a symbol of a sun or anything. Okay. Cool. We could honestly just wander back that way real quick and see what's up. Son of a bitch. Okay. I gotta clean my desk, guys. There's some kind of... Ooh. I spilled my cereal earlier and wiped it up, but I think I need to give it a proper... Oh, a book. What is this? Strange book? At the other end of this hallway, in an alcove like any other, you see a book. It sits on a thin ledge. It does not have anything on the cover. Okay. Open the book. You flip open to a page. Any page you flip through multiple. All empty. You know what you're doing, Cleric? Keep flipping. You keep flipping until you see a text on a page. It says in a clean and steady handwriting, "What tome do you desire?" Huh. Yeah, this is cursed. You take out a quill. Try writing Norvikian chants by Patriarch Pili. Your letters immediately fade from the page, but it's replaced by another message that seemingly forms out of the same ink you used to write. Patriarch Pili? His books are found everywhere, but the closest copy? In the local lich house. And the text quickly disappears. That's amazing. If it can locate any book, then it's, like, very, very useful. Oh, okay. Folk prayers, memoirs of a statesman. Beyond reads. Oh, neat. Okay, we'll take it. As you pick up the tome, you get an overwhelming tingling sensation running down your arm. Impending doom. Holy shit, no, don't. Drop it. You okay, Cleric? Are you shaking? Put it back. You do so quickly, placing it back on the ledge. Alright, we're done. Okay, alright. So we can locate books. That's neat. Shard of Yore. Okay. Oh, that's the, Okay, this is the other side of the gelatinous cube, I think. This guy here. We don't want to go past that. Is this the one-way door? Huge! Okay, we got through the one-way door. Let's just go to these ruins that the dwarf was asking about real quick before we do anything else. Oh, and we also have some stuff to do here. Right, yeah. Okay. We'll talk to her. Ask about the spell scroll. Can I... Oh, I defeated a roper in the South Caves. A roper? That is a ferocious beast. They do not come this far up very often. Well done, human. Keep killing things and being manly. She likes it. Can I have that spell scroll you got? No, of course not. Please? No. Just take it, leave the combo, sneak up, whatever. Didn't we talked to, Okay. Well, here's the thing. We spoke to... I could have sworn... Okay, whatever. It's fine. What's this? Among the tangled mess of vines and bossy rocks, you see thick roots of a bracken tree. They crack open the walls and ceiling of this half-dwarven and half-antisepalian chamber. Look beyond the roots. They are thick and create a vast, tight forest. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. So that was what the druid told us about. Okay. I could have sworn... Oh, whatever. It's fine. The cache. Cache. Jor, incense, bark skin. AO. Oh, yeah, let's druid craft real quick. Talk to these little guys. They got stuff for us. Yeah, this little dude's got something. This looks like the kind of rock you could stand on to gain attention. Oh, cool. Oh, hold on. You step up on the rock. Around you lies the vast chamber of roots and stone of dwarf and primal forces pressing up against one another. Also, you can absolutely make some noise in here. Try it. Don't make this about yourself. A rock like this is a keystone in a community, not a tool of the individual. A platform is seen. Scenes are for bringing attention to those who deserve it, i.e. you. I am the lord of this dwarf fortress. Your voice echoes out among the tangled roots. What are you doing? Since no one of importance heard you, you cannot make any statements you want. It literally doesn't matter, unless you care what the goblin thinks of you. I'm making a statement, Snow. Seems a bit imperialist and or colonialist, if you ask me. As an Asgalist, I'm not an Asgalist. Affirming a political statement. I'm voting for the agrarians even if they don't exist. I swear I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. Yeah, and? He groans. Go on. The state requires a certain form of control over its neighbors and foreign powers in order to advance its own agenda. We must wield power in such a way for the simple goal to secure our own sovereignty, even at the expense of others. So your own people's security over the freedom of everyone else? You get it. He clicks his tongue. Something about you standing up on that rock sermonizing fascist talking points almost makes me understand arcane-era populism. Great. Basically a cultist? Yeah, okay. At the very least, it seems to give me some kind of intragenerational flashback. Sounds like mental illness. So you don't support my campaign? I think I'll skip. The goblin looks around the pool, his face carrying an expression that's about to melt off his cheeks. Why am I standing here? What am I doing with my life? Can we go? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Neat. Little homie's still there. Hold on. Where'd all the other little homies go? Okay. Let's talk to this little dude. And then this little dude. And, okay, cool, great. Oh, this little dude. Hey, little dude. Yoink. Great. Dope, dope, dope. I'm glad that we have a few second level spells now, so we can actually make good use of those slots. Okay, so we're going in here and we're looking for a thingy. A grand engraving of the divine era. Look for that symbol Askell was talking about. Yeah. Dust off the front of the shrine, then the sides. It's faint, but there's some type of symbol here. Yeah, a symbol. Of a sun, definitely. Okay. If this is what Asgol wanted you to find, you found it. Huh, so what do I do now? Get back to him. Alright. Very grateful. Get a little payday grateful. Great. You find what you're looking for? I like the sound of that. I want a payday too. Or maybe I'll just be happy that he's happy. We'll all be happy together. There's a lot of ruins down here. We'll prepare our spells. Okay, so we got Barkskin is our only second level spell right now. Speak with animals we keep. We can prepare 3 more. Grease, cure wounds. If we've got Shield of Faith, we don't need, or if we've got Barkskin, we don't need Shield of Faith. So it's between Charm Perch and Inflict Wounds, I think. We'll try Inflict Wounds, why not? A little necromantic action. Sure. Okay, dope. Oh yeah, and then over this way is our alligator friend, but then there's like a weird anomaly blocking everything, so we can't really go anywhere there. It's just another dead end. I can't count. Okay, we got in here. We found the other side of all this. That's the cube, which I don't want to deal with over here, right? I think I'm too oblivious to notice it, though. My wisdom is, like, at an all-time low. What is that? What do you mean? Oh, I don't know. Okay. Was it back here? This is where I ran into the guy. Was it over here? Yeah, we'll go talk to him real quick. We've still got another hour before we get to talk to that other guy. We can do this. Oh. Okay. Down we go. Great. Take the step. Great. Alright, we'll talk to homie. Hello. I went and looked. There was a sun. Yeah. Found those ruins. Symbol of a sun. He lowers his head, letting it hang for a while, and then lets out a roar. For Elevate! His little buddy joins in and screeches. Huh? The dwarf takes a deep breath. A sun means those ruins are just the same as these, he says, and taps the stone beside him. They're consecrated. The white manes would never consecrate a sacred gate. Damn it. Oh. Sorry. Ah, don't be. This means only one thing. This lead was off, he scoffs. Oh well, time to regroup and rethink after the election, that is. Here. He tosses his pickaxe to you. That's a little trick we have in the delving business. A custom-made detect secret infused pickaxe. A magical item as payment. Not bad. Oh, cool. This is very useful. Sure is, brr. You've earned it, Cleric of Norvik. Of course, the pickaxe is a bit wonky. The keyword is supposed to be secret, as in you can say the word secret and the pickaxe cast the spell. It doesn't quite work, so do with it as you please. Anyhow, I'll be packing up soon. I'm done here. Thanks again. Saved me a ton of time and effort. Maybe in a few months you'll join me for a real expedition. Could be fun. A real expedition quest into the depths. It sounds like a death wish. I'd honestly love to. Yeah, great. If there's anything else, just let me know. Okay. Alright, cool. Dope. Awesome. Oh. Awesome possum. Yeah. Okay. Top of the step. Great. Okay. I should probably, actually... So I know we've got this thing that increases our intelligence, but I think right now, weirdly, my little stopwatch is going to be more useful since it gives me advantage in esoteric events, specifically. Questing tree. Yeah, we did that. That's complete. Cool. So there's some quests that are complete and then other ones that can give me feats. So we've got a few of those. Okay. Great. I haven't been this way. Well, okay, I've been this way and down, but I haven't gone up yet. Yeah, there's that weird book. Oh, what's up with the pickaxe? Hold on, we just got it. Strength and intelligence? Dex and constitution. I would be okay losing some dex. I could replace that one with this one. Yeah, that is just good. Okay. So that upped our intelligence and our wisdom effectively, swapping this and this. It didn't change our strength or our dex, which is fine. Okay, cool. Oh fuck, is that another one-way? Bruh. Where's my light? Here it is. Okay. What is... That looks like a trapped chamber, for sure. Hold on, we're gonna do a quick save before I forget. Paw prints? There are 2 faint paw prints here, one on each side of the hallway. I think traps like these are my least favorite part of the job. How can you tell though? Snell, what's your thoughts on these paw prints? I feel like it would be very silly behavior to go around touching paw prints in the city below. But honestly, considering the strange traps I've heard of, it wouldn't surprise me if this was some bullshit puzzle. I love those. Could be something like, we have to press both of them at the same time, and that somehow deactivates the trap for a while. Alright, worth a try, I suppose. What's the worst that could happen, apart from being polymorphed into a rust monster or something? That won't happen, will it? Being a man means taking risks. Yes, true. I heard men live shorter lives than women, on average. Might be why. Courage in the face of danger is the sign of true masculinity. You get into position and look over to your companion at the left paw. He reaches up to it after a moment of hesitation. Oh, yeah, this is magical. Nothing more than that, he says, and puts his whole weight on it. Try pressing yours. Press it with intense masculine power. We press the other one. Clunk. The goblin jumps back. A deep groan from the walls. That... Did it do something? The fuck is that ticking noise? Look around. Esoterical vibes. Your body tingles. A pressure change? Something's happening. As you peer into the hallway, you see something appear on the wall. Is that writing? At the entrance, a whirling mess of faint light forms a stable shape. Entraden pari probaus. It is some kind of eldritch language. How horrifying. Enter and to be probed or some shit? Is that what that means? What? No, that's just cat speech. I can read this kinda. Oh, cool. He stares at the text and mumbles to himself. It says enter, as a pair? And be probed? I don't want to be probed. No, wait. He snaps his fingers. It's a test. Enter the hallway in a pair and be tested. Okay, sure. Alright, I'm ready. What are you? The goblin takes a deep breath through clenched fangs. Yeah, okay, on 3, 2, 1. We start walking. The two of you step forward. In hesitant unison. Stern heart beating fast. The text is changing. Stop. You both stop halfway, looking at the magical lettering on the wall. Al son divino la puerta se abrirá. Something about the door opening. A divine son. Or if our divine or something. Oh gods. It looks like either Spanish or it's like Spanish adjacent. More closer to Portuguese maybe. Oh gods. You can read it, right? It's not like I took formal lessons. I just picked up words here and there. The clicking sound starts to echo into the hallway. Tick, 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 tick. Gods be damned. Okay, hold on, I got this. Tick. Al son de vino. That's a divine song? Maybe, okay. Puerta is door. Yeah, tick. Listen to the divine song and the door will open. Your doom is near. What the fuck does that mean? Shake the goblin. Calm down, he yells, pushing you off. Just listen. He glances around the hallway erratically. The ticking is a kind of song. A rhythm, at least? That ticking. Tick, tick. Oh, it's kind of catchy. Are you supposed to dance to it? Follow your instinct. Ignore that ticking and try to outrun the trap. Pray to earth. Okay, the pray we can definitely do. Let's pray. Easy. Good roll. Your thoughts focus on divinity. That unreachable goal, one you will never attain since you'll die here. By fire in this ancient trap. Press a fist against your chest. My people, my sons. Cleric, are you praying? Tick. You who trusted in me, I am your keeper as you are mine. In times of fear, we... Tick. You realize as the ticking enters your body, it is the same rhythm as the prayer. What? How? Why? Who knows? But never mind reason, it is time to act. The ticking is the river chant. It's the river chant. I'm sorry? The ticking, it's the river chant. You know it? The prayer? I've heard it, but... Oh. Okay, I get it. Goblin has no idea what you're saying, why you're saying what you're saying, but he follows either way. What are we doing? Follow my lead. Tap, tap, tick, tick. The rhythm lives in your soul. It must have been passed down. It lives inside your joints. The power it wields over you is indescribable. You've repeated this prayer, this chant for unity and enlightenment, for reasoning and meaning. Take a step forward alongside Snell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. The goblin keeps up, each step forward made with trembling adrenaline-fueled fear. Breathing, fluids coming down, kept down. Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods. Take those final steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. He mouths as he joins you in those final steps. 3, 4, 5. Oh shit. He takes a final deep breath. We're out. Gods be good, we're out. Pant and groan on the ground to keep yourself from crying. We could have died. Well, I don't know about dying. We didn't know. Was there a fire trap? Is that what it was? Cleric, look, he mutters and points to the wall once more. Another line of shifting magical text appears. Passad libres por mandato celestial. It says we can pass liberally by celestial mandate. Hell yeah, we can. Liberally? That sounds like Free Strider bullshit. Liberally? That sounds like Asgalist bullshit. Liberally? That sounds like something I'd support. This isn't the time or place for politics, Snell. Apolitically. First of all, I didn't write the text, just making that clear. Secondly, I got it wrong. It's passed freely, I think. So I guess we can come and go as we please for now. You okay? Yeah. Your companion lets out a small laugh, the type of laugh you only get after winning against impossible odds. I'll be honest, he mutters, slumping down to the ground a bit further down the hallway. That was worse than a mass torsion. Mass torsion, an infamous spell that causes all testicles around to twist, turn, and clench. It's horrific. Jesus. Take a few more steps from the hallway of doom. The goblin's gaze flits around, dancing from tile to tile. Finally, Snell seems to find himself more at ease. He lets out an exasperated sigh. I need a goddamn breather. Same. Join him for a short rest. With a groan, the goblin notices some soot on his jacket. He brushes it off. This isn't exactly my first trap, but we usually hire third parties to disable them. You ever hire any clerics? Nah, not during my time. You guys aren't exactly available for underground chicanery these days. Snell finds a tiny green sphere. He smacks it against the ground and it begins to flutter up into the air. What kind of glowing globe is that? The Nessenkide. Sadly, it's my last one. Goblin leans back against the dungeon wall, making sure to check for any trap mechanism beforehand. Look, I mainly work in Upper and Lower Tolstad. The city below is not my responsibility, usually. Apologies if I don't have these magically shifting tunnels memorized like some veteran adventurer. I apologize for not manifesting a divine intervention. Yeah, you should work on that. The old guard used to deal with the tunnels all the time, but since Earth's death, that work has been entirely relegated to the 3 goblin tribes. I've never seen a tunnel shift, and I've gone through a fair amount of them. What, like around sewer level? Yeah, something like that. Mostly above the sewers, the Playhouse has a ton of them. It's barely the city below, cleric. I'm not a dungeoneer, but I can promise you everything at this level and below changes over time. It's like the city's entire base is an esoteric pocket going all the way down to the gravity flip. This place, it's real close to the garden, right? I wasn't here a couple of months ago. Between the garden and the water lane sewers, I'm 100% sure there was a slanted hallway full of frozen spikes. We boarded them up as well as we could at the time. Boarding up, that only lasted a couple hours. It moved around? Yeah, it moved around, all this shit does. The esoteric madness down here was mostly managed after the conquest, but it still rises at times in spurts of violence and esoteric randomness. It's insane. I figured all the shifting calmed down after the conquest. It didn't, or I mean, from what I understand, your dead god and his paladins used to keep things clean, but nowadays it's getting weirder by the day. Hey, now you're down here, so you can take on this esoteric bullshit, right? Do well and I'll buy you a beer. Deal? I don't drink, so. Oh shit, I keep forgetting you're like an actual cleric. No alcohol at all, huh? Remember the words, intoxicants are the work of evil and chaos. As clerics, we must... Evil and chaos, as clerics, we must abstain to maintain our fight against discord. Plus, we cannot cloud our minds. We must remain vigilant so we can fulfill our sacred quests and make sound judgments upon our people. I don't like the taste. Oh, so you tried it at least? Shameful past. Those are the days. I was a wild kid. I'm sure you were. Trust me, the city below is very esoteric. Nod. It's also really fucked up, which explains why your beloved city would give up the property rights to a bunch of goblins, huh? He laughs. These last couple of years, there's been more and more Reedsian scholars going delving to study it. The old lady doesn't let them in on her turf, of course. Chasing them away is one of many jobs, politely, of course. I'm not some syndicate gangster. He instinctively throws out that gangster comment, bit of a sensitive topic. But the other tribes are more accepting for a ton of coin, of course. Nice work, by the way, with the trap. Don't mention it. My cat speech isn't the greatest, so I'm not sure what I expected, but we're alive. That's all that counts. You okay, by the way? No serious burns? No need to visit a healer or anything? No, there's no need for such weakling behavior. Healers are for pussies. I'll die at the age of 40 like a man. Great, real stoic, very samurai-esque. Yeah, real bone-into pavement grinders don't need abjuration magic. Why do I feel the need to mention abjuration magic? An ego thing? You wish to wield your knowledge over the goblin to prove your superiority. Or you simply wish to share something with him, something you care about. He scratches his chin. That's the Protect Tomato one, right? Ah, yes, the old tomato reference guide. Guys, all schools of magic you can equate to doing something to a tomato. Abjuration, protect tomato. Conjuration, make tomato appear. Apparate. Transfiguration, turn tomato into potato. You know? It's just how it goes. What is necromancy, though? I don't know. Rot tomato, maybe? They use it in schools to teach the different categories between the esoteric category. You're hungry. You know about the tomato cheat sheet? Everyone knows about the tomato cheat sheet. He's proud. Wait, isn't all healing magic abjuration? Because that's the one that protects, right? A shield is protection, but healing sounds more like a post-protection thing. Restoration, technically, but It's a bit more complicated than that. The esoteric can be malleable. Don't lecture. We'll lecture. It's fine. He watches as you clear your throat and hold up 8 fingers. The esoteric nature of magic on our coast depends entirely on the original parameters set in place by Yor. While we know little about him due to his death in the Gate War, right, the Gate War, but those parameters are like most magic on the coast based on a fundamentally fluid definition. Jor created a ley line network known as the strings, which are unstable in certain regions, and especially the further away from the coast you get. Thus, this leads to esoteric events. He drops as his expression drops as you realize what he's gotten himself into. How is this connected with healing magic? I'm getting to that. Depending on where you are in the world, magic changes, and with the moldable and volatile nature of the strings, many wizards and clerics and druids have created entirely new ways of handling esoteric powers over the years, especially during the Arcane Era, but the 8 schools of magic have stayed the same. Just like the 8 apprentices of Yor, each focuses on a hard-set theme. For examples, abjuration is protection, negation, and cleansing. Necromancy is soul manipulation, undeath, and life. Evocation is energy manipulation, whether kinetic or spiritual. Finally, transmutation is a changing of any state as long as it's physical. He stares at you. Each of these 4 schools have been known to feature healing magic, even the same ones with the same components and rituals. Oh, so it's not that hard set then. Schools are set, but the spells are modifiable. Just like you create new spells, arguably a Cure Wounds cast by an evoker will be technically an entirely different spell than when cast by a necromancer, but in practice they're the same. It's quite interesting, what the hell? Thus, my Cure Wounds functions by essentially warding off all negative energy, negating it, allowing the positive energy remaining to focus upon the wound, which is obviously the best way to heal, since the pure positive energy cannot be as easily complicated by dark forces, rot, or even pain. Necromancy, in comparison, is not nearly as nice to be healed by. And what about transmutation and evocation? Evocation isn't so bad, it's just another less efficient way of channeling positive energy. Transmutation, though, that's just like mangling the body back together. Painful as all hell, horror to witness. Oh gods. Like the flesh just gets back together, and bones just unsnap. It's awful. Very efficient, extremely painful. Yeah, nice. That's very interesting, Cleric. Thanks for explaining. Give thumbs up. You know, it's good to see this. See what? Positive interaction imminent. A goblin adjusting to Norvegian life? No. Someone honoring his duty? The city and goblins working together. Oh. Your companion allows the echo of your words to die further down the hallway, then a faint smile on his face. You ever meet him? Him. Think for a second. Who? Earth. The goblin asking about your god? He must be growing interested in religion, having witnessed your example. Interesting to see him broach such a topic. He will surely focus in on the genocide. Just casually asking if you've met a god. He faded before I was born. Snell nods. First generation post-Earth, huh? First human tested by faith and faith alone. It's for the best. Never meet your heroes, right? I imagine those hedonists chanting Tokig's name wouldn't be too cheerful if he returned either. Nor every other zealot raging across the coast for dead gods. Goblin spits out and leans back against the wall. I always hated Earth. What? Excuse me? I grew up being told to be grateful. Let me ask you this, Cleric. If you were the last of your kind, one of maybe 8,000 or 9,000 humans left in the world, and you were told to be grateful to be alive just because the same monster that destroyed your entire culture also decided to let you live for some reason, would you be grateful? Is this about the conquest? Earth did kill many goblins then. You're talking about the conquest? He lets out a mocking laugh. Yeah, I am. You know the goblin genocide, like those scholars tend to call it? Grateful. Goblin stares at you. Should you be grateful? It is a hard question. A man should not simply lie down and take whatever subjugation arrives at the hand of a tyrant. Sometimes a man also has to make difficult decisions to protect those he loves. You can be grateful if you were allowed to live. It was probably because you did something the dead ones didn't. The goblin wants you to tell him you'd share his anger, obviously. I don't know what I'd feel. It would be the death of the soul. This is something for goblins to think about, not Ben. Bad answer, you know? Yeah. Collective soul of sorts. Snell clicks his tongue and gets up. Every goblin asks themselves that question, to be a Kron or not to be a Kron. The goblin who signed the Goblin Treaty. He served Earth for many years as a warrior of Norvik. Goblin traitor, the one who signed the Goblin Treaty, giving away everything to Earth after the Goblin Genocide. Sometimes goblins invoke his name to call another goblin a human lover. We all got different answers. What to do when the past is erased. He groans and shakes his legs a bit. Some focus on building something culturally or politically. Some try to get rich in this new free strider world. Some of us, His voice trails off and he stares back into the hallway. Stare at him. Grunts to himself. It doesn't matter. I serve Lady Sageleaf. Snell turns back to you, his expression calm, collected. That's enough for me. His hatred stems from the bloodied hills of Verdun, a generational wound. A wound festering due to the lack of understanding of the historical reality of our two peoples. Humans and goblins cannot coexist. Earth made that possible. That does not mean Snell is wrong to feel this way, but you must show him the truth, that Earth's teachings are not for the brute of the chopping block, but for the man who knows when to keep his blade sheathed. Look, this guy's not got enough trouble to deal with. Don't make this all existential. Like he's telling you this isn't personal, this is business, and he's got a job to do, just like you. Don't worry about this goblin on human hate you're reading between the lines here. All of that will be gone when Norvik evolves into a modern city-state. Oh, brother. Guys, this is so much politics. Then Snell and every other sentient worker and entrepreneur can come flooding into this stagnant city, then no one will give a shit if he's a crane or not. He'll just be another actor in the system, just like it's meant to be. A piece of fear, a piece of envy, some bred, some crafted. Goblin's conscious fall. His mind racing across intergalactic labors of society. His stomach sends a message to you. Who am I? It's enough for me. All right, we'll nod. Companion looks at you for a while. His alien eyes seem to behold you, seeking another answer. This one's on me. What? This short rest. It's on me. Oh, great. Sprite light fizzles out just in time. I'm good to go now. Oh, guys, it's exactly midnight. Huge. And it's at this time we're going to call it for tonight. Holy moly. I am quite sleepy. So we're just going to get right on out of here. Guys, thanks for hanging out. We'll be back Monday, probably with more of this, maybe something else. Pluto's coming out next week. We'll probably make a day out of playing some of that. Lord knows what else we'll get up to, but thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I'll see you guys around.